Welcome to the Zaxby's pregame show.
Lee County's coming in at 4-0. Wilson Fike is coming in at 1-3 with losses to J.H. Rose, Rolesville, and Bedingfield, with one win over Kinston where it was a 35-21. It is a team who's put up points, though, so it'll be interesting to see tonight how they fare against this Yellow Jacket defense.
Well, it is a big, fast, athletic team. They're not going to be blown out in terms of the size-speed combination that Lee County presents as a challenge to a lot of squads. Some interesting personnel moves tonight for the Yellow Jackets. A.J. Bulware, the all-world tailback, is not going to play tonight. We've been told.
All-world.
Nothing serious, but a little dinged-up ankle, but he won't play tonight as best we know. That means Larry Baldwin and Tyreek McKendall will be getting heavy rotation at the tailback spot. This is a team that's attracting a lot of attention nationally. There are scouts on hand tonight from UNC and from Virginia Tech to watch this talented Lee County squad. How does Wilson Fike keep this thing close, Nate?
They've got to get out to a fast start. They cannot let Lee County hold them to a 3-and-out first couple series. They really have to get moving, really have to get points up, get their confidence up, because right now, these boys are thinking, oh, this Lee County team is going to roll us.
Yeah, Lee County Yellow Jackets haven't played a clean game yet this year.
Nope.
They've still won each game handily. Probably the closest contest was last week. Took them a little while to get the wheels really rolling. This is a team on a lot of nights that can show up, get off the bus, get it done, get back on the bus. They don't want to tempt fate too many times, though. Got to limit the penalties, got to be clean in their execution. And if they can get a lead, that's where they really pose problems to people, because this is as stout a pass rush as you're going to see at the 3A level in the state of North Carolina in any year, let alone this year.
It'll be interesting to see how Fike comes out, how they contain Mr. Evans, of course, on the DN spot. Also, our favorite guy, number 50, DDP, who I hear is who these scouts are here to see tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how they contain those front four from Lee County. And then Mr. Baldwin at linebacker. I mean, how do you stop a guy who's averaging 8 tackles a game, 9 tackles a game, and Mr. DDP averaging 7 from a defensive lineman position, which is unheard of in football.
DeAndre Pringle is a man among boys out there. He is attracting a lot of attention late. That may or may not be who the scouts are on hand to see tonight, but he's going to be hoping for a big game, as are the rest of the Jackets, and a nice crowd on hand. It's a beautiful night for football. Great weather, couldn't ask for a better night. That sun will be peeking down under the horizon here in just a minute and make life a whole lot easier for us. But welcome to the Crossroads Ford Game of the Week. I'm Chris Delambert. This is Nathan Cochrane, and we will be your tour guides through this voyage of awesomeness. We'll be right back with the kickoff.
Image Media presents the NFHS Game of the Week. Brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Big city deals from a dealer with a hometown feel.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today for discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
Welcome back to the Crossroads Ford of Sanford Game of the Week. The Lee County Yellow Jackets host the Wilson Fike Demons. Beautiful night for football. All the youth football players from the area were on the field today. Big night for them.
Absolutely.
And, I don't know. I love seeing that kind of excitement. Those kids jumping around. They can't wait to be Jackets or Cavaliers one day. A lot of fun to see those kids out there.
I can tell you, Chris, I remember doing that as a young football player here in Lee County, and there was nothing cooler. Now, that was when there was only one high school, but that was one of the coolest nights as a Pop Warner going up in the middle schools to play football and to run out here at Lee County High School.
Well, speaking of the days when there was only one school in town, next week there'll be a special anniversary. The 68 football team will be back on hand. There were 24 of them, I believe. About 18 of them will be here, and there's going to be a special presentation. We will have it on air. We're excited about it. Wilson Fike receives the kickoff at the 34-yard line, falls on it there, and they'll take over 1st and 10, moving right to left.
Lee County's offense taking the field first, led by number 3, Colin Johnson, senior quarterback. He's completed 36 passes for a total of 640 yards and 8 touchdowns and no interceptions on the season. So to be 4 games in and this young man has not turned the ball over once, that is a heck of an accomplishment.
Jackets quarterback Colin Johnson, one of the most successful quarterbacks you ever want to run across in terms of wins and losses. When it's all said and done, he's going to have a record he can hang his hat on for a long time. Larry Baldwin banging on people, picks up the first down. He's got 13 on the carry to kick it off for the Jackets.
All that was there was an RPO read. Larry saw there was no gap there. He bounced it outside and got a first down. So good first run, good strong start from the Lee County Yellow Jackets. You know they're looking to capitalize quick here. Go ahead and get points up on the board.
They are. Number 5, Larry Baldwin, starts the game at tailback. We told you in the pregame that A.J. Boulware is out. Tyreek McKendall, who split out wide right, will get some carries as well. Baldwin, dragging tackler, is going to have 7 more. And, you just plug him into this run game. You don't miss a beat.
Looked like Mr. Baldwin there coughed up the ball at the end of the play. Ref was blowing him down, though. So we'll be looking at a 2nd and about 3 here. 2nd and 2, excuse me.
Colin Johnson taking the call from the sideline. Head coach Steve Perdue also really doesn't carry the title, but does carry the role of offensive coordinator. Colin Johnson fakes, throws it back, leads his receiver to the ground with that. Can't keep his feet.
Number 6, Jordan Batts there on the reception. He had some green grass. If he'd been able to keep his feet there.
Nice fake by Johnson. Batts just couldn't keep his feet, or he might still be running. All right, 3rd down. First test for the Jackets, 3rd and 2. They'll go 4 wide. Baldwin, the lone setback. Johnson from the gun. Hands to Baldwin. Baldwin trying to drag tacklers that last yard. He's going to wind up about a yard short. And I imagine the Jackets will go for it here, 4th and 1.
I don't see any movement on this Yellow Jacket sideline here.
Baldwin with a tackler wrapped around his waist, I'll take that 9 times out of 10, but just not quite able to get the energy going in the right direction.
The Fike Devils really swarmed there pretty quick to hold him.
Fike staying in this 3-man front.
Ooh, showing a bunch of
dropping
into
tight
zone.
cover. Yeah, it looks like they're going to bail. Hand us to Baldwin.
He's
finds a crease, and he's got it with 2 yards to spare. Needed 1, got 3. So that'll be another first down for the Jackets.
A Pentair first down.
Pentair first down. All right, ball will be set at the 39.
Lee County going to a trips look here.
McKendall checks out.
We got trips to the wide side.
Tim Lett, the senior, in the slot in place of McKendall.
Looking at this coverage here, Coach Bordeaux at some point in time is going to be calling a screen for sure.
Johnson looking down the field. He's got a man in the middle. It is Lett who just checked in, and they'll have another first down as he picks up 11 down to the 28-yard line. And another Pentair first down.
Good read there by Mr. Johnson. Saw Mr. Lett there, got into open space and sat about 8 yards. Sat, caught the ball, got turned upfield, got the first down. So good quick read. Mr. Johnson there also had the bubble. So 2 options there.
All right, Desmond Evans, the all-state defender, in at tight end. Lined up as a slot receiver, really filling the role of a tight end. And he'll block the run.
Does a good job blocking.
The back's got it and is going to go all the way to the house.
Number 2, Tyreek
McKendall, who started the game as a wide receiver. On his first touch, goes 28 yards and puts the Jackets on the board. Now, you'd say this is a thunder and lightning combination with these backs. Larry Baldwin obviously being the thunder part of it. Tyreek McKendall, a lot more quickness, a lot more top-end speed. But to call him lightning, no, sir. That is a big football player, and he's only a sophomore.
I wouldn't want him running into me at full
No,
speed.
sir. Tyreek McKendall, one of the most complete football players on this team, and like I said, is only a sophomore. Kicks off the scoring. We'll take a quick break and be back for the kickoff to see if Wilson Fike can answer.
It's game day at Classic Nissan. The starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Olvin Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dowell. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Dandred. Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
Welcome back to the Crossroads 4 to Sanford Game of the Week. Yellow Jackets up early 6-0 as they fail to convert the extra point over the Wilson Fike Demons. Good to see this Demons offense for the first time. What can we expect to see, Mr. Cochrane?
The Demon offense led by sophomore quarterback number 12, Damari Daniels. He is 30 for 58, so a little bit over 50% completion. He's thrown for 461 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. And he also likes to carry the ball, has ran for about 142 yards with 2 fumbles. So ball security has to be a focal point for the Demons tonight.
Ooh, kick fielded at the 10, taken down at the 14. That was a lot of effort, a lot of running around there by the return man for not much return.
He's got to get vertical and
absolutely
get what he can there.
Montavious Howard with all of that running. He probably ran 40 yards to pick up 4. Not very efficient.
Not what you're looking for. First real look tonight of this Fike Devils offense. I didn't get to watch a whole bunch of film on them. They're looking like they're 2 wide receivers on this side with a wing and a receiver on the other side. So
yep, Daniels gets it out there. Pass looks good. It hung up there a little while, but they'll get about 4 on the play.
Number 2, Marcus Harris on the reception. He's a senior wide receiver, 6'3", 176 pounds. It'll be interesting to see how he performs tonight with Mr. McKendall locked up on him.
All right, so Fike wants to spread you out, but they apparently don't want to move with a whole lot of urgency, taking their time as the entire offense looks over to the sideline to take the call.
They have a wing on the weak side here, double receivers on the wide side.
Daniels, hands inside. Ball carrier is going nowhere.
That was number 11, Aaron Bancroft, a senior running back. He ran for 208 yards on the season with 4 fumbles.
And DeAndre Dingle Prince on the play. We're going to call that name a lot. Loss of 5 on the play as he just continues to impress. All right, big third down for the Demons. Daniels drops, looking, pressure's coming, it's over the middle, and got lucky that the defender ran up under it.
Number 11, Jackson Lamb.
Jackson Lamb, one of the players of the week that I got to award some hardware to on Monday night at Zaxby's during the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
He's a nice young man.
His daddy's all right, too. All right, McKendall, who scored on his first touch at the running back position, now back there to return this punt. He's going to start at about the 45-yard line.
Wilson Fike's punter here is also their running back, number 11, Aaron Bancroft. He's averaging 34.8 yards.
High snap,
punt.
He's rolling. He's a fake, and he throws it, and McKendall's going to pick it off. Comes up from his returner position, and he's going to return it down to the 21. Boy, I tell you what,
that was
a lot of ways that play could have gone. That wasn't predictable. I don't think I've ever seen a punt returner intercept a fake. That's amazing.
Mr. Bancroft there really aired that ball out. I'm pretty sure one of us could run down there and caught it at that time.
All right, so Tyreek McKendall making plays on both sides. Now he'll run back out to his wide receiver position on the right. Top of your screen, Colin Johnson lets him get set. Hands to Baldwin. Baldwin's got a head of steam. He's into the secondary. He'll be spun down at the 7-yard line as the Yellow Jackets make their first trip into the RE/MAX red zone.
So first down, Jackets.
Lee County spreading out the Fike Demons. Sorry, I think I've said Devils a couple times.
I don't think you
Demons.
have.
Oh, all right. Well, just in my mind.
I don't think you have. I think you've been spot on.
Spreading them out in doubles. Be interesting to see Mr. Baldwin up the middle here again. That's my prediction.
Jet sweep.
Jet sweep. All right.
Now,
in a bunch formation. There's Mr. Baldwin.
Man, he's a load.
God.
All the way going to be down to the 2-yard line. Baldwin runs angry.
I love that kid. Oh, I love that kid. He runs that ball hard. He is not afraid to lower his shoulder, tuck his chin, and roll. Keeps his feet moving.
I honestly believe, even playing linebacker, he could carry the ball 100 times in a game and never run at it.
I don't think that kid gets tired.
No.
I don't think that kid gets tired.
No. All right, 2nd and goal from the 2. Johnson going to hand to Baldwin. Nothing cute.
And
Baldwin
he's there.
Plows into the end zone, and just like that, the Jackets score again. That'll make it 12-0. 5:33 left in the first quarter.
Extra point on by Mr. Trey Underwood from Lee County High School. He is 22 for 25 on the season.
0 for 1 tonight, though. What's that all about?
Well, you know, these things happen, I guess. I've never kicked, so I can't speak on that.
Hold us down. I don't know how it wasn't blocked. The couple of Fike defenders got through the line and then sort of dove to avoid the ball. That was interesting. All right, 13-0, 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and be back with the kickoff.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
You are watching the Game of the Week brought to you by Crossroads Ford.
Crossroads Ford of Sanford. Those are some good folks over there. General Manager William Hudson, awesome guy. Big high school football fan.
We thank them for their sponsorship every week, letting us do what we love to do. Mr. Underwood on to kick for the Jackets.
Big high spinning kick, deep.
Good kick.
Pushes Howard back inside the 10 and going straight ahead this time. He'll pick up a little bit more yardage, but only gets back out to the 17. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
You do it that way enough times, eventually you'll have success. All right, Jackets defense been smothering so far.
Someone to watch on this Fike offense is number 9, Curtis Bullock. He's been targeted 58 times at the running back spot. I apologize, the running back spot. He's rushed for 280 yards on the season.
And miscommunication, ball's
on the
out.
ground.
And a Fike lineman lands on it.
And guess who that was knocking that ball out?
I can't imagine. Big Zay Taylor Best on the recovery. I love that they've got his nickname on the roster. Big Zay.
Gotta love it.
All right, 2nd and 12 coming up after the big play by DDP.
The series Fike coming out in a 2-back set, taking
Daniels
that
from
wing
the
out.
gun. Lucky they didn't get a motion penalty there, and the ball carrier got eviscerated.
What a word.
Yeah.
Number 4, Mike Rand there.
And Darren McKay. Darren McCoy on the play.
something Lee County's doing different in this four-man front from the last game that we saw, so two games ago. They have Mr. Prince and Mr. Evans on the same side. So before, they've been countering each other. This week, they're on the same side.
3rd and long.
Run into a three-man front.
The pitch is to the right. Got away with a hold on the edge, and they're going to be really close to the first down.
I think he's there.
No flag. As the
he's
defense, I don't know who had contained on the left side, but they got spun around right in front of the official. That was interesting. All right, so needed 11, got about 11 and a half, and that'll be a Pentair first down.
Pentair first down, that's right. They don't get a first down like the Jackets do.
No, they will not.
They don't get that.
They will not. I can't muster the same zeal. Pressure up the middle. Ball carrier dances out of it. And it'll be carried down. Tyreek Hines on the carry. All right, Fike building a little momentum. 2 backs in. Hines, number 22, and Mike Rand, number 4. The hand is to Rand. He's got a little space, and he'll be up near another first down. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Big 3rd down here for the Demons. They got to make sure they convert here. You don't want to punt here. You have to think this is a really important drive for them just to stay in it for the first quarter.
All right, 3 wideouts, 2 backs in the game. What's your play call here, Coach?
I'm going RPO read with a slant on the inside slot because it's been there so far.
Well, nope. Quarterback's going to keep it run a traditional option. Gets the pitch out there.
Whoa.
And it goes for big yardage. Tyreek Hines has another first down plus a whole bunch.
Another
17 on the carry for Hines.
Another two-handed pitcher. We ran into that last week at Southern Lee High School with Thomas Harrington. After talking to the coaching staff, that is a coachable action. They are teaching a two-handed pitch there, so I would assume Fike is as well.
All right, so the Demons
putting together a nice drive.
Punch in the mouth and have responded nicely.
In Lee County territory here.
All right, the hand, nope, going to keep it. Actually,
and he's got space.
And that's Rand with 18 on the carry. Call it 19. And that was actually a forward pass. I imagine the scorekeeper will put it in the book as a pitch, but that was forward by about a yard. I assume that it's going down as rushing yards because I've seen Lee County run that exact same play 1,000 times in the last couple of years. Lee County wants to talk about it a little bit. They're going to time out as Wilson Fike is set up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. We'll take a quick break and be back to see if they can keep this drive alive.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today for discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
All right, welcome back to the Crossroads Ford of Sanford Game of the Week. Your Lee County Yellow Jackets taking on the Wilson Fike Demons. Looked like this one might get out of control early as the Jackets walked down the field, punched in 2 quick touchdowns. But Wilson Fike has come out and looks pretty potent on offense. We said it's a big, fast, athletic team, and you're starting to see that. They've got athletes.
Absolutely. Lee County's going to have to make an adjustment. So far, they've been kind of throwing everybody inside. And Fike exposing that outside lack of containment there with one option, one what we would call a shuttle pass.
So,
and
So coming into this week, and I don't want to speculate because I don't know, Aaron Bancroft, number 11, came in as the leading rusher for the Demons.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Bancroft was getting a lot of looks on offense until that fake punt. And I wonder if that was not a call and that was him panicking in the face of the rush because it was a bit of a high snap.
Yep.
So I wonder if he freelanced and that's why we see him out of the ball game. Of course, it could just be that the offense wasn't effective doing what they opened up with, but yeah, something to keep your eye on as the game progresses. What are your thoughts?
In years past, when my guys have gone off script, I'll sit them 1 or 2 plays to get the point across. I don't set them a whole series. But, you know, the Demons are really moving the ball here. So
yeah, I've been impressed with number 4, Mike Rand.
It could have been a 1 or 2 play turned into we're going to see where this goes.
Well, hard to argue with what they're doing on this drive. Daniel's hands and a one-arm tackle made in the middle by that man, DDP. And so that you know, for the first time this year, I had a chance to sit down with DeAndre, and I asked him if he would endorse the nickname DDP. He's 100% on board with it.
That's what I like to hear.
So
I would never want to call a young man
Nope.
by a name he didn't want. So I 100%. I did watch that on the coaches show today when our manager Tim Copas posted on Facebook. I actually watched that when I was finishing up my work today. So
all right, big third down coming up, 3rd and 9. Wilson Fike wants to talk about it. We'll take a quick break and be back to the Crossroads Ford of Sanford Game of the Week.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
you are watching the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Big city deals from a dealer with a hometown feel.
All right, big third down here, 3rd and 9. Jacket defense wanting to force a 4th down here. Wilson Fike wanting to keep the drive alive. Both coaching staffs, you got to think, have put their A play in for this game. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. This is a big play in the ball game.
Seam route by number 6, what I'm calling.
Well, Jacket's showing pressure. Here it comes. Daniels rolls, looking out right. That took a long time, and then he overthrew it. Hard for me to imagine that was the A play you put in after a timeout. That was tough.
With Fike here being in what I would presume 2-down territory.
The offense is on the field, so this is 4-down territory. 4th and 9 coming. And that play to the wide side of the field for a high school quarterback,
that's a hard
you have
throw.
A really, really strong, accurate arm.
Throw.
And Daniels hadn't shown that yet. He's dropping pressure in his face. There's a screen.
We got a screen.
And Rand is going to pick it up.
And he's there.
Rand caught it and had to beat one guy and was able to. And squirts free down inside the 10. And that's a Demon first down. Nice play design.
I like it.
Left a lot of responsibility on Rand's shoulders, but he cut it the right direction and got away from trouble and able to get just enough there. And the Demons, for the first time tonight, are in the RE/MAX red zone. RE/MAX Real Estate Services.
Switching to strength call here.
All right, Daniels, 1st and goal from inside the 10. Snap is high, and he's just going to eat that.
He wanted no part of trying to recover that.
And Desmond Evans' eyes were as big as pie plates coming off the corner as he thought he was going to get him a cheap one. Daniel said, I'll take the L here and come back for another play. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Demons don't seem in any hurry to get a play off. First 5 minutes of this game are all Jackets. Now Wilson Fike is kind of taking the air out of the ball and gone on a long drive. They've got to get points at the end of it. We'll be back with the second quarter to see if they can right after this.
with every weekend on the go, we never know where we're going to end up. That's why we got the Ford Explorer. You get the feel of a car with the room and space of an SUV, which is all a bonus. Trips to the mountains, trips to the river.
Soccer games, baseball games, anywhere. Big Bear.
After 13, 14 years of having a Toyota, I'm not going back.
You are watching the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Big city deals with a hometown feel.
All right, an extended break here between the first and second quarter. So, one quarter in the books. Give us 30 seconds of what you've seen so far, Nate.
Well, so far, Lee County's offense is firing on all cylinders again. Mr. Baldwin is carrying the ball like a maniac. Gotta love it.
And don't forget the one carry Tyreek McKendall contributed where he went for 28 yards and a touchdown.
Absolutely. Fike defense has a lot of adjustments that they're going to need to make if they're planning on stopping the Yellow Jackets tonight. With this big drive put on by the Fike Demons offense, they should have plenty of time to talk about it over there on the sideline, get schemed up. As far as this Fike offense is running, they're really starting to show it here. They're getting the edge. I like the screenplay on the last play of, or I guess the second to last play of the first quarter. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out here.
All right, different front for the Jackets here. They're going to go to a legit four-man front for maybe the first time tonight. Throws over the middle, got a man, and he dropped
you gotta catch that
the
ball.
touchdown. Marcus Harris had 6 and could not reel it in. You got to take better care of your quarterback there. That'll bring up
whacked.
Yeah, he did, but you got to catch the ball. He was going to get whacked whether he caught it or not.
Yep.
All right, 3rd and goal from the 13 as Fike lets one get away.
Number 2, Marcus Harris on that incomplete reception. He was there too. He was 2 steps from the end zone. He catches that ball. He's in.
He had it. Jordan Batts had the coverage, and he beat him. Oh, there's a flag, and that's going to get him 5 free ones. So this 3rd and goal from the 13 is about to become 3rd and goal from the 8 as the Jackets jump. And, you know, I talked in the pregame, during the Zaxby's pregame show about Lee County needing to clean their game up. It's the same story as last year. You know, penalties, wiping points off the board, giving hidden yardage to their opponent. That's the thing that'll get you later on in the season, and I know it's a focus for the coaching staff to try and clean that stuff up. All right, big 3rd down coming. 3rd and goal from the 8. Daniels, hands, nope, going to keep it going around the left side and going to be pulled down, stumbles forward to the 4, and a 4th and goal coming up here.
Big 4th down.
Favorable spot. They're going to give him the 3. Now, the most impressive player I've seen on this offense tonight has been Mike Rand. I got to get the ball in his hands.
Absolutely. At this time, I'm thinking option to the wide side. That's the one thing they've really found success with, and I'm sure Coach Bordeaux on the defensive side of the ball is thinking the exact same thing.
Well, you got big number 10, Desmond Evans, on the left side of the defensive line to contain. You're going to have to collapse him if you're going to run anything to the right. Man coverage by the Jackets. The option, and he's going to get it. They run the pitch to the short side, and Tyreek Hines stuns this crowd as he's able to get into the end zone. That took some stones.
I like it.
Woof.
Woo. Going away from Mr. Evans there. Worked out for him.
All right, so 11:02 left in the half. Wilson Fike trying to make a game of this thing.
The Demons kicker here, number 11, Aaron Boncroft.
He does a lot of things on this ball.
He does a lot. 14 for 15 from PAT, so pretty successful here. And a little bit different for our fans, he is a lefty.
I love lefty kickers. I was a lefty kicker.
You know, I always knew you were a little weird. Not only were you a kicker, but you were a lefty kicker.
I did a little kicking in my days, among other things. I was not a specialist.
He's also only taken a 1-step drop here. So he's going to kick this pretty quick.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Jackets coming after this thing. Both of the divers, if you will, jumped. You know, if you got a hard count like that in your repertoire, you might want to use that somewhere other than an extra point.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do it here. I don't know if I would have used it here. Because the difference in a yard in kicking at this distance, really negligible.
All right, hold us down. Kick is up, and it is good. So 11:02 left in the second quarter. Wilson Fike cuts the lead to 13-7. Lee County will look to respond right on the other side of this break. Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Sanford. If you're in the market for a new car, head on over there. In fact, if you're in the market for a used car, head over there.
They've got some nice, pretty F-150s sitting out there. I drove past there today.
You sound like a man that's been tempted.
And I'm an F-150 guy, so I love them. I drive out there every time and think, oh, man, if I had an extra $50,000. I'm sure they'd cut me a deal. It wouldn't be that much.
Oh, I'm sure. William Turner and his sales staff out there, they'll find a way to get it done. All right. This has been quite the interlude. This officiating crew.
This has been slow.
This officiating crew is in no hurry to get the teams back on the field after timeouts or scores or anything else. Nobody on that officiating crew apparently has any dinner reservations or plans tonight.
They're enjoying the nice weather before it gets hot next week.
Bancroft with a big high spinning kickoff fielded by McKendall at the 15's. Got a head of steam. Woo! And an ankle tackle saves the day for Wilson Fike. Number 99, Jaden Bullock on the tackle. And I tell you, if I was going to tackle Tyreek McKendall, I'd be ankle tackling him as well.
Absolutely. Having some clock operation issues here.
So we listen as the PA announcer recognizes the cheerleaders. I want to recognize the mascot, because with all of these youth football players in attendance tonight, that was the highlight. Oh, ball tipped, and it's going to be picked. Oh!
You got to catch that ball, son. Oh.
Johnson was going to Jaden Chalmers down the sideline for a touchdown, and the ball was batted, and 3 Demons unable to come up with it.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, that one's going to leave a mark.
Number 14, Jacob Powell on that dropped interception there. He's their senior linebacker, also averaging 9 tackles a game. So he has to be a leader on that team. You expect the senior kid to make that play.
When he's 35, he'll be able to tell you how that went. All right, Johnson from the gun. Hands to McKendall. McKendall up the middle. Ooh. Taken down after a game of about 6.
Well, that kid
3rd and 4 coming up. Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. It is my humble opinion, and I've told many people this. Desmond Evans is the undisputed #1 recruit in the state at the defensive end position for the Yellow Jackets. I honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe that if he continues to work like that, Tyreek McKendall may well be in that same class as far as a high-level recruit 2 years from now. All right, pass is out to Jackson Lamb, number 11, and he reels it in. Needed 4, got about 5, and that'll be a Pentair first down for the Jackets.
First down, Jackets.
Good heads-up play by a senior wide receiver there. Find open space that he knows his pass the sticks. Sit, catch it, get down. That was a good play by the young man.
All right, Baldwin in there at tailback. 4 wideouts for the Jackets. Colin Johnson surveys the defense, takes hands to Baldwin. Baldwin wrapped up. Nice tackle there on the interior. Number 10 on the play. Oh.
Tackle on the play by number 10.
We got a holding on the Jackets.
All right. Not a whole lot of penalty flags so far, which is interesting because you and I agree this game is dragged on.
Yeah.
But it has not been because of a lot of penalties called.
Just been slow officiating.
All right, spot foul here is going to cost the Jackets 9. So we'll replay first down. First and 19 coming up for Lee County.
So if you're Lee County sitting here at first and 19, you sticking with your run here, or you going to let Colin take a chance?
I got a senior quarterback that has won a whole lot of football games. With Baldwin in the game, I'm going to put the ball in the air. Look for number 1, Chalmers, down here at the bottom of the screen. And trying to set up the screen, but no. That's Tim Lett, and he's right out of bounds. Not a great throw and not great awareness by the receiver there as he allowed himself to drift out of bounds. They had it, and it was the screen that they set up earlier with Jordan Batts. So twice they've tried to run that little slip screen, and twice something's gone wrong with it. That time just a combination. It was either going to be there or not, and they left Lett unattended down the sideline.
He had a lot of green grass in front of him.
Yeah, ran the wheel route there and had the defense beat. All right, Chalmers out of the game. McKendall back in. Number 2 at the bottom of your screen. And looking for Lett again. Lett one-hands it. A little bit of alligator arms going on there. That would have been a tough catch. But that's third down, and third and a mile, and the Jackets
not looking
not
incredibly
doing themselves
comfortable
any
this
favor.
drive.
No, sir.
First down play, you had a mediocre run with a penalty, 2 pass plays in a row that have not gone the way that you hoped. Lee County's offense kind of sputtering in this second quarter so far.
I'm surprised at the alignment because I think if it was third and a mile and I didn't have A.J. Boulware in the backfield, I'd be looking for McKendall up the seam.
We do have Jane Chalmers on the outside.
Chalmers is back into the game. He's up at the top of the screen. McKendall on the bottom of the screen. Johnson's looking, slipping, keeps his feet. Going to get some of that, but not near enough. He needed 19 and picked up about 5, and that's fourth down for the Jackets.
Going to see the first punt of the night by Mr. Underwood again.
It's the first time we've seen Johnson be indecisive in the pocket.
He had a lot of pressure and got flushed out, had a lot of room, could have got set back up, but that's a hard read for any quarterback at any level to feel that pressure, feel himself escape, and then stop and get reset.
Oof. Punt gets out of there. High hanging kick going to go out of bounds at the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. They'll mark it at the 27, where it'll be first down Demons. Only down 6 with 9 minutes left in the half. And this has been, 2 completely different performances. You got that first 5 minutes where it was all Jackets, and since then, been a pretty tight ball game. Got to give the nod to Wilson Fike.
Bouncing back pretty quick.
Yeah, they don't want a moral victory here, though. They've got to keep the momentum on offense and try to tie this ball game up, perhaps take the lead.
I'd look for a pretty run-heavy series here from the Fike Demons. Expect them to try to burn some of this clock off.
It's a shame the camera didn't quite have the geese in the picture that just flew over the field. That's the first geese I've seen headed south yet this year.
It's fall. Gotta love it.
Fall is on the way. Or does that mean fall has arrived?
I think that 90-degree weather we're going to have next week fall's not quite ready to be there.
Oh, I wish it was.
For those of us who work outside, it's not here yet.
All right, Damari Daniels from the gun. Hands inside.
Oh,
Big
he's got room.
Woo! Tyrick Hines, 15 on the carry, and that'll be a Pentair first down for the Wilson Fike Demons. Wilson Fike all of a sudden looking really good on offense.
Oh, yeah. That was just a dive play that Lee County had some missed assignments. And, he hit that hole fast and got going. Fike really slowing the game down here.
Three-man
really.
front again for the Jackets. Pressure coming off the right side. Hand is to Hines again. Hines picking his way, gets very little. Be 2nd and 8.
Lee County doing a lot of switching of personnel here. A lot of guys coming on and off.
Yeah, it's been that way on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, gotta wonder if someone's kind of reeling a little bit. Fike in a two-back set again. Twin receivers on the wide side of the field. Ooh,
snap is over his head. Evans again had him in his sights. Has to dive right over. Oh,
that was Mr. DDB.
I'm sorry, that was not Mr. Evans.
That kid's got a motor on him.
Yeah, he does. So 3rd and 21 coming up. Fike played a pretty clean game on offense up to this point. Didn't need that at all.
3rd and a mile here.
Well, and Lee County, this pass rush.
When they can pin their ears back and you know you're going through the air, they can get real dangerous real quick.
All right, now we've seen Wilson Fike be effective with the screen game early. I would imagine you've got to dial one up here. Nope, Daniels dropping, under pressure, flushed out of the pocket. Evans hits him late. Ooh, Larry Baldwin there to break it up. Daniels did a good job just to get that thing out of there. But that play was broken from the start. And 4th and 21, Wilson Fike will trot out the punting team. Last time, high snap. We're not sure if it was a designed fake. I tend to think that down and distance or field position and distance, it was not by design, but we'll never know. Aaron Bancroft out there. Again, he is an athlete. He was the starting tailback tonight, is back to punt. Jackets are coming for this one.
If that was a young man
they're
going
setting up the return. All right, McKendall fields it on the run at the 41, breaks out of a tackle, and going to be dragged down at cross midfield at the 46. 15 yards, 13 yards on the return.
Fike coverage team can't be thrilled with that coverage there. Had 3 demons right there ready to make a tackle, all of them surrounded without anyone getting in front. Returner split them and got an extra 10 yards off of it.
All right, Lee County been good on offense. The holding penalty on that last drive set them back, and they never recovered. Got to play a clean.
Lee County coming out in doubles here again.
There's Baldwin with the carry. Kind of
going nowhere.
Does his best Le'Veon Bell impression, dancing behind the line, and that's not what Baldwin does effectively. Baldwin needs to stay downhill,
keep those feet
and take
moving.
What he can get. All right, going the wrong way. 2nd and 10, they'll mark him. They'll give him back the line of scrimmage. That was generous.
I thought, yeah, that was a little bit of a generous spot there by the Zebra crew.
All right, Johnson from the gun. 4 wide outs. Baldwin Baldwin going to carry again. Picks up just a couple. 3rd and long coming up. And I tell you, this offense is effective. It's got athletes all over the place. But it's not the most creative offense in the world.
No.
And if you can stop the couple of things that Lee County does real well, you can get them uncomfortable and make them do things they're not accustomed to and don't necessarily do well. Stacked receivers at the top of the screen. McKendall, the lone receiver on the bottom of the screen on the right.
We might be seeing your jet here. Maybe not.
You'd run it to the short side of the field, which I don't like. Nope. Baldwin going to take it himself and got it, and he's going to break into the secondary. What do I know? Needed 8, got about 15. That's just
an outside run there.
Well, you stack those receivers up there to block it up, and they blocked it up great. Baldwin ran untouched until he got about 15 on the play. And that'll be a Pentair first down for the Jackets at the 30-yard line.
Fike still sitting in their zone over there. Lee County had
Johnson
numbers.
Drops, looking down the field. He's got McKendall wide open in the middle and can't see him. Gets it out. Batts puts it on the ground. Would have had the first down. McKendall a little frustrated out there. Doesn't want to show his quarterback up, but he was standing all alone in the middle of the field.
This Fike defense getting some decent pressure up on Mr. Johnson. Has him moving a little bit.
Well, and Johnson not doing quite enough to shake him out of that yet. All right, Batts after the drops out of the game. 4 wideouts. Jaden Chalmers up top of the screen all by himself. 3 receivers on the bottom of the screen. Lamb, and McKendall. Johnson takes a snap, looking right, has a man, and struggling tonight to pull
this
it
receiver core is not giving Colin Johnson any help here.
In traffic, unable to come up with it, and just like that, it's 3rd and 10.
Just a curl route, well-timed. Mr. Johnson having the ball there on time. He's just got to catch that ball. I mean, he's there. He's just got to catch it. Trips again to the wide side.
All right, this time they're going to run that sweep to the right. Wilson Fike a little bit more
we got a hold.
Ready for it. It's coming back anyway. Be an interesting call for the Demons coaching staff here. You got your option, either 4th and 3 at the 23-yard line, or you can back them up, and it'll be 3rd and about 15, 17 maybe from the spot of that foul. What do?
I'm taking 3rd and 17.
Looks
I
like the Demons will as well. Yep, and they're going to back them up, give Lee County another bite at the apple.
Because in this territory, Lee County is going to go for the 4th and 4, 4th and 5. You like your chances a whole lot more at 3rd and 17.
Ooh, that was not the spot I thought that foul occurred at.
20?
3rd and 21 looks like from where they started walking.
That one kills you.
22.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, I thought that was forward of the line of scrimmage.
Well, when you're on a coaching staff and you see those guys walking, it feels like they walk a mile.
All right, 3rd and 22, 4:40 left in the second quarter. Colin Johnson needs a big play.
We've got doubles here from Lee County.
All right, here's the screen. This is Tyreek McKendall.
Ooh.
And I tell you, it's been set up well a couple of times, but you know it's coming.
Yeah.
And that's 4th and a mile.
And they're punting.
And Coach Purdue
sending on the punt squad.
Offense sputter and sends the punting crew out here. High snap, no pressure. Big high kick.
Fike needs to get away from this ball.
I tell you what, got away with one there.
With that one.
Number 23 down there for the Demons, not paying a whole lot of attention. Almost got to be the GOAT.
E.I. Avent, number 23, there almost cost the Fike Demons a big turnover.
Your returner has to do a better job of alerting the return team in a situation like that.
He's got to call him off. E.L. Avent.
All right,
Twin
Damari
back
Daniels leads this Fike offense back out onto the field. Takes a snap, looking down the field. Got man coverage out there. Chalmers gave him the inside leverage and then was able to run it down and make a play from behind the receiver. Nice defense. When you got that kind of speed, you can play with that kind of confidence.
That's what we always called baiting a quarterback. When you show that your receiver has inside leverage on him, his body in between him and the ball, and then as a DB, you can get enough speed to get up, get around him without getting a PI call there. That's called baiting the quarterback. And he did a very good job there with that. Fike sitting in this twin back set.
2nd and 10. Daniels takes a snap, hands inside, and that's going nowhere. And a flag on top of it. Be interested to see what the call is. Tyreek Hines gets very little on the carry.
It's in the world of holding. There it is. Holding on the Fike Demons.
I don't know that Coach Purdue's going to march him back. You got 3rd and 10 coming up if you decline the penalty.
Yeah, he's taking it.
Hey, you're at the 15. You're going to get about 7 yards of field position here.
If nothing else, you're looking at a long third down, most likely pass
All right,
play.
so they are going to accept the penalty. That'll bring up 2nd and 17 when they mark this off, I believe.
Oh, 2nd and 17. You also have to think you're wanting to pin your guys back for better field position. Having faith in your defense, keeping them on the field, getting them off, giving your offense, if they have 2 incomplete passes here, Lee County's going to get the punt at about the 45. So good field position. Playing the game of chess right now, Coach Bordeaux.
All right, Daniels from the gun. 2 backs. Going to keep it himself. Now flips to Rand late, and that doesn't go anywhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 18 coming. 3.5 left in the half. It's more substitutes playing, rotating in and out of this game for the Jackets than I've seen.
We're not used to
probably
seeing this.
Since Coach Purdue showed up here. And maybe that's developing depth. Maybe it's rewarding players for what they've done in practice, but a whole lot more rotating going on. Oh, they're going to give them 5 of those back. Not the first time the Jackets have jumped this evening.
Oh, they called a false start.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So the Demons must have got a little excited there. So that's going to march them back even more.
I didn't see anybody jump on the offensive line. What did I miss?
I didn't either. I didn't see it. Looking at 3rd and a mile here for the Demons on their own 4-yard line, give or take.
All right, they tried to do something a little more traditional than that. They're going to take a timeout and talk about it. And while they do, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back to see what Fike has cooked up for 3rd and 21.
The right tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. De-stress your drive with the all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
You are watching the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Big city deals with a hometown feel. Going to be looking at 3rd and about 22 here for the Wilson Fike Demons. They called a timeout, tried to draft up the perfect play here. Be interested to see what they come out in. Lee County looking to pin them back here, make them punt, have great field position. Projections, if they get an incomplete pass here, receiving on Fike's own 45. So definitely want to get a stop here and put yourself in good position with about 3 minutes left to go in the half. Put up points right before.
All right, last time Fike was in a position like this, we talked about the success they have had in the screen game. They decided to go a different route, and it's bobbled and kicked around. Daniels gets out of there, and all of that went badly.
Real bad, real quick.
And in the end, he's going to lose a couple more, and now it's 4th and a mile, and you're punting from out of your own end zone. You know, the best laid plans, all of the offensive planning, coordinating, all of that doesn't matter if you can't handle the snap.
That's step 1 of every offensive play. Get the snap to the quarterback in one piece.
All right. McKendall with his heels on the 45. The punter got a couple of yards to play with here, Bancroft. Snap is high. The kick is out of there. Evans was close but couldn't get there. McKendall fields it at the 35, reverses his field, got a block, and it'll be rolled down at the 25, 26-yard line. About 9 on the return. And I've been impressed with the Fike coverage team on these punts so far.
They've done a good job keeping in their alleys, getting down the field pretty quick, making tackles in open space. Mr. McKendall there actually overran the punt, had to make an over-the-head catch to field it. Dangerous from your punt returner, to say the least. But he handles it, gets up to the 25. Usually with a 2-minute clock here, you'd be expecting to throw the ball. I think Lee County's going to stick with what they're doing, and I say that and I'm wrong.
And Desmond Evans on the reception will have it down to the 17 and inside the RE/MAX red zone. He'll have 7 on the reception.
I don't think the clock ran on that play.
Well,
that's all right.
The referee's been having a conversation pretty consistently with the guys in the booth running the clock tonight. All right, Baldwin has a head of steam. Round the right side, down inside the 10-yard line, and that'll be a Pentair first down for the Jackets.
Still in the RE/MAX red zone here. Lee County looking at a 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line.
All right, after an early period of dominance for the first 5 minutes of the game, the Jackets offense sputtered. Now looking like they can make all that go away. Johnson dancing, throws it out there, has got Baldwin, who is into the end zone, and that's what senior quarterbacks do for you.
What a heads-up play.
Great job by Johnson to stay with that. Great job by Baldwin not to give up on the play. And just like that, it's 19-7 with a minute and a half to go in the half.
If you're Wilson Fike, you have to be hurt on that one. You had great coverage on your quarterback. You had him flushed, had guys with hands on him, had good coverage down the field. Mr. Baldwin found space, sat, waited for the ball there from Colin Johnson. Great heads-up play by a quarterback.
Well, and that play was not without a little bit of luck. Johnson could have been whistled down.
Oh, yeah.
He was wrapped up, but
his
managed to stay up. And, nothing you can do if you're the Demons, but go on back out there and try and answer. 20-7, 1:38 left in the first half. We'll take a quick break, come back with the kickoff.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Sanford. Jackets of Lee County up 20-7 on the Wilson Fike Demons. Not a great performance thus far by the Jackets, but enough that they're carrying a 2-touchdown lead, so you can't complain too much about that.
If you're Coach Perdue, though, you cannot be thrilled with your first half, with the exception of your first 2 drives that were incredibly successful. Not feeling the best so far.
And going to be an interesting call. Jackets have it.
Oh, wow.
And the side judge says it traveled 10 yards. The replay,
I got to say, I think he touched it early.
The replay looked like it was batted just short of midfield, but the Jackets will take it. Little trickery going on. Can we see that again? The Fike coaching staff is livid.
As they should be.
It was definitely received beyond midfield, but the question is whether it was initially touched, and it looked like it was batted early and given a little help. Here goes the replay, and let's take a peek here.
Lee County.
You see him lined up. The trickery from the huddle position. And here you're going to see the kicker, Underwood, spin out of there. And there he goes. And look right there.
I think he touched it early. I think he touched it early.
Well, all of this conversation
is happening on the Lee County sideline.
Oh.
Not on the Fike. And there it is.
Oh, Fike talked him into one. Now Coach Perdue has his turn to be livid. And I'm going to tell you, I have a hard time reconciling that because the official on this side of the field that had eyes on that marked it at the 49 on the other side of midfield, and they talked him into changing his call.
Coach Bordeaux still very upset.
Well, wait a minute. Okay. So it is going to be – they're going to –
Well, this Zebra crew's all confused.
They got 2 footballs.
They're all confused.
That's something you don't get to see every day. 2 footballs on the field at the same time.
That they put out there.
Lord have mercy. All right, Fike on the other side of midfield now with a chance to strike back. And that's the –
This is going to take a while.
That's the danger.
Coach Bordeaux's not going to give this one up easy.
As he shouldn't.
No, absolutely not. Livid on the sideline, still giving it to him. I love it. I love a coach who will fight for his kids. You don't want to go too far, give up a 15-yarder here, but.
All right, 3-man front for the Jackets. Daniels takes it. There's the screen.
Play.
Got away with a hold on Baldwin. There the flag comes in late. And I tell you what, after feeling like they got hosed on that call, Coach Bordeaux was ready to go. He was ready to come unglued as Baldwin got mugged at the point of attack.
Oh, yeah.
And the near side official never did throw a flag. It came from all the way across the field. Got to do a better job than that. So instead of a big gain, that'll march Fike back 10 yards.
This Zebra crew
where to be
confused.
first. This has been rough.
They are confused.
I think everybody in the crowd, even non-football fans, were like, that doesn't look fair.
That's not how it's supposed to be. Grabbed him by the back of the jersey. That's not supposed to happen.
All right, 2nd and a mile coming up.
And we got to restart the play clock. Which is not the rule here. I think this white hat is confused on the ruling. We're 5 games in. We shouldn't be getting it wrong.
Oh,
come on.
Now he wants to reset the clock.
For a second time on this down. And we're to a 25-second clock instead of a 40-second. All right.
Damari Daniels from the gun. 3 wideouts in the pattern.
Twin back set.
Twin back set, fakes, pitches. That's going nowhere.
Oh, eaten up by Mr. Evans. Eaten up, following
Desmond
the play.
Evans. 2 Jackets got there, slowed him down, and Evans came through to clean it up. Clock running inside 1:15 in the half.
Number 22 there begging for a face mask from this side judge. No way they're going to call that right.
All right, 2nd and 20 plus. Got to think if Fike doesn't get a chunk here, the Jackets will use a timeout at the end of the play. There's a snap. Daniels looking, under pressure, hangs it up there. Chalmers is there, goes up to make a play, tips and almost tips it to a Fike receiver, and that could have been game-changing.
Made one of the cardinal sins of DB play there. What is that cardinal sin there, Chris?
Bat the ball down.
Down, that's right. Don't ever tip it up. Don't ever tip it up.
Octavius Carpenter dove for it but was unable to come up with it, and now it's 3rd and a mile, and the clock is stopped with 45 seconds left in the half. There's a Fike player with a cramp. While they stretch him out, we'll take a quick break and be back with 3rd down. All right, we'll stay right here, I suppose. 45 seconds left in the half.
Going to jam out to a little bit of old Animal House here. I don't know who actually sang this song.
You know, if you hadn't said anything, I'd be able to tell you, no problem. All right, 3rd and a mile here. How bold does Fike go with this play call?
I think they run the ball, try to get out of here. Fike player still down, fighting those cramps. Not what you're used to seeing when it's 70 degrees.
No, it's an interesting night for a cramp. Couldn't imagine better weather. I think they go over the top again. And the reason I think that is Lee County has been able to run the ball effectively, but they have not shown that they can hit Fike over the top in the passing game. I go over the top, take a shot, and if it doesn't work out, punt the ball away and think that I can kill clock. With the exception of the one big run from McKendall on the first drive, hadn't been a big play.
No.
Your big play running back is standing over on the sideline with no helmet tonight.
With athletic director Reggie Peace.
Reggie Peace wasn't gone long, was he?
No, that didn't take long. Mr. DeSerbo here, the athletic director at Lee County High School, did a great job filling in while Mr. Peace had his 6 months of retirement before you can come back. Local legend basketball coach as well.
Yes, sir. Now, I haven't talked to him. Is he gonna coach the basketball team?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He's not giving that up. He's going to die right there on that court. They're just going to name it after him and call it a day. Not that I hope that happens anytime soon, for the record. I think quite highly of Mr. Peace.
All right, 3rd and a mile. Pressure coming. Hines has got the carry. Going to be stopped by Evans and a crew of Jackets after very little gain. And Jackets going to get a timeout. Yes, sir. Yeah, Steve Perdue mocking the officials a little bit, waving the clock dead.
He was calling
lost
it,
about
they
3 seconds there.
Yeah. You could see him from here trying to get it called.
All right, he's going to keep his defense out on the field. They're going to come after this punt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You got nothing to lose right now. Playing with house money.
34 seconds left in the second quarter. Jackets up 20-0 on the Demons. This is one of those, you look at the scoreboard and you're like, yeah, okay. Not quite what we expected.
No. After those first 2 touchdowns, we went to commercial break. I was in here thinking, running clock, we'll be home pretty quick to watch the Utah-USC game.
I figured we'd be talking about Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
We still may get our chance.
Not a whole lot to talk about anymore.
Nope. The last 2.
he's now unemployed. There it is.
The last 2 Lee County games have played an abbreviated second half, so that'll be something new for these guys. All right. So they're not even going to put a deep man back. They're in a punt-safe. Very interesting. All right. Pressure up the middle. Unable to get to it. And going to let it die.
If these guys are smart, they don't touch it.
Well, they could have
got
gotten another second or 2 out of that. Yeah. No home cooking with the clock operator either, as the clock runs down to 24 seconds from their own 24. See if they've got a gadget play here.
Virginia Tech down on the sidelines there talking to Mr. Bullware as he's out for the night. Nothing serious. We're glad to hear about that.
All right, Mr. Johnson fakes the handoff, looking for the screen. Got McKendall. McKendall wrapped up. They've seen that enough times. All right, got a timeout in his pocket. Not going to use it here. Going to let it run all the way to halftime, it appears. 10 seconds left. They're taking a play call from the sideline, trying to get it in. And
calling a timeout. He wants one more play.
Now he's got something special.
He wants one play.
And I see that you mentioned the Virginia Tech recruiting entity that's here. I don't know what his title is down there with A.J. Bullware on the sideline. And if the Hokies have got good sense, they'll offer him tonight.
The Carolina coach is here telling us that is not per NCAA rules. I'm not going to tell you which coach or which Carolina. It's great to see our college coaches here in Lee County. We welcome them. Glad to have them here any day.
All right.
Be interesting to see what Coach Perdue has cooked up here in his lab. I'm sure he's got something great. I bet it's not a Larry Baldwin A-gap run.
All right, you got Evans in the slot.
Hook and ladder. Hook and ladder. Let's see it.
You know, I don't see an exotic formation.
No.
You've got
trips to
Chalmers
the wide side.
At the top of the screen, McKendall down here. The safeties are back 20
4.
yards off. And they're looking for Evans, who never got his head around. And after all of that, well, nope, they're going to say there's a second left. Well, I tell you, between the officials and the clock crew tonight has been rough.
This first half is taking forever.
So this should be 3rd and 8. Chain gang, they're struggling too now. One way or the other, this is going to be the last play of the first half.
That's right.
So here we go. Johnson from the gun, snap, gets it out quick. Tyreek McKendall's got it, makes one man miss, makes two miss, plows over another one. Will be stopped after a first down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be the half. Yellow Jackets 20, Wilson Fike, Demons 7. We will see you on the other side of the break for the halftime show.
Guys, it's back! Inline skating.
Rock and roll hair.
Calling this thing a pound sign instead of a hashtag. No, the Zensation is back at Zaxby's.
The Zensation Salad is back, and introducing the new Zensation Filet Sandwich Meal with hand-breaded chicken, Asian slaw, wonton strips, and citrus vinaigrette, both served with an egg roll. The Zensation Salad and Filet Sandwich Meal, only at Zaxby's.
Chris Delambert here with Tom Hayslip. Tom, you've got an amazing history with the Lee County Yellow Jacket program. Tell us about where your relationship with this program starts.
Okay, well, I'm one of the old guard. I was a member of the 66, 67, and 68 teams here in Sanford. And fortunately, we were very good during those years. We were Eastern champions 3 years in a row. Back then, they did not allow 14 games, so we played as many as we could. Our last year, we were undefeated, ranked #1 in the state, had several people that went to college, and really had a good time with it.
And what position did you play?
I was the quarterback, and so part of my responsibility, I guess, going along as a quarterback was to help organize our 50th reunion. And we planned to have it last year, but the hurricane got us, so we're scheduled to have it next weekend right here in Sanford.
All right, so this is a touchy subject because I know there's something special planned for next week. How much can you tell us about it?
Well, I can tell you that of the 24 seniors, we have 17 coming back. I think there are 8 or 9 juniors, so we're going to have a really big crowd. And we do have a special presentation that we're going to do here at the game, but I can't really say a lot about that.
All right, so he whispered it into my ear, and it's the coolest thing I've heard all week. So I'm really, really fired up. We'll be here on hand for it, and I'm thankful. We originally weren't scheduled to be here next week. We were going to be at Southern Lee, but their game's canceled. So we plugged this in, and shortly after we plugged it in, we found out what's going on. I'm excited. Just tease it a little bit more.
Well, that's a good one. I will say this, that our group it has been very tight, particularly the seniors. As I said, we had a really good football team, but we had a lot of good guys, and all of us are still friends. There are 6 or 7 of us that go to the beach every year, regardless of the reunion. Coach Gay goes with us. He meant a lot to all of us, and he's like a father figure to many of us, and we've known him for a long time, and he's just very special.
Well, Paul Gay is an icon in the community, and you've got to tell us at least one story that you remember, with something that resonates from all those years ago.
Oh gosh, kind of caught me off guard. I do remember one thing. He was pretty low key, but he was probably way before his time as far as film and scouting and that kind of stuff. But the only funny thing I can think of, one time we were playing right here and we weren't doing very well. In the second quarter, he called timeout and called me over. The quarterback would always go to the sideline to get instructions, and he asked me if I knew how to cuss. And so I sort of hesitated a little bit, but I finally said, I guess. And he said, well, you go back in there and cuss them out. So things got better, and we did have a good year. We were 13-0 as far as challenge. We were behind one time at halftime, but we took on all the competition, and I'm real proud of that.
All right, Tom Hayslip, quarterback of the Jackets 50 years ago, going to be on hand next week with it sounds like about 2/3 of the team. It's exciting. A lot of things going on next week. We got to get you out here to Paul B. Gay Stadium next week. We're excited. Anything like that to add?
I think that'll about do it. I wish a lot of folks would come out. We're going to have a good time. I know that our guys are going to look old to a lot of people, but we certainly still have a lot of good memories of this place.
All right. Well, thanks for spending a couple minutes with us. We'll see everybody next week.
Josiah Thomas.
Welcome to the Classic Nissan Halftime Report.
All right, welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. This is the Classic Nissan Halftime Show. I'm Chris Delambert, Nathan Cochrane. 20-7 at the end of a half. Ho-hum.
Yeah, not a great game of football played so far.
Yeah.
A lot of mistakes, a lot of mishaps on both squads. Not what we're used to seeing out of the Yellow Jackets. Fike kind of hanging in there, had a good drive there to put points up. Lee County really sputtering after the first two drives. No, we scored one more touchdown, but really that's a botched play made by a great play made by a senior quarterback and a senior running back finding space to connect. Really shouldn't have happened. So we're really looking at, a pretty clse ball game.
It is a whole lot closer than I think a lot of people across the state would have expected. Now, I do have to say that we're leaving out of the equation the fact that the most dynamic player on offense is missing for the Jackets. But I've been interested, and I talked to Steve Burdew, head coach for the Jackets, at length this week about the fact that this offense at this point in the second season he's been here is trying to get the ball over the top.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see that at all last year.
No.
It's an added element. He's trying to take advantage of the senior quarterback that he has, who has that type of ability. But when you're not catching teams off guard who aren't selling out against the run, you're getting honest looks from that defense, and that's what we're seeing is defenses that are like, we're ready for you to throw the ball down the field.
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing the broken coverages. I think we're going to see a rededication to the run game in the second half. I think you're going to see a lot more McKendall out of the tailback position than we did Baldwin. And I'd look for Lee County to try to get going early. Now, Fike will receive to begin the second half. They want to come down the field, get a score, and let these guys know, hey, we've showed up for the second half.
Absolutely.
What impressed you most about Fike individually in the first half?
Individually, I really like how their defense is really swarming to the ball. We haven't really seen a great individual performance from their defense, but they are wrapping up. They're making gang tackles. They're really doing a good job of containing Larry Baldwin with that interior running. They did give up the big run play to Tyreek McKendall, kind of caught him off guard. But so far, that Fike defense has surprised me some. Not what you expect to see from a 1-3 ball team.
Well, on offense, I really like the running back tandem that they sort of settled on as the first half unfolded. Mike Rand, number 4, and Tyreek Hines, number 22. I like that 1-2 punch. I think we're going to see a healthy dose of that in the second half. All right, we'll take it down to the field. This has been the Classic Nissan Halftime Show. We're ready to kick it off for the second half.
Weak side defensive tackle spot in that 4-man front.
All right, 2nd and 6 coming up for the Demons, who keep it spread out but employ a very methodical pace on offense.
They're not in a rush.
No, not even a little bit.
Which with this high-power Jacket offense, I'm sure is 100% by design.
All right, got a man. Oh, and he splits the
there. Oh, he had one man. He had a lot of green grass.
Had one man to beat, not able to outrun the safety, number 19,
Carlos
Hancock, who saves the day.
Shoestring tackle. That was a post route that he had a lot of grass on.
Octavius Carpenter, who didn't do anything in the first half, shows up and almost takes it to the house, gets the Demons out to midfield, 1st and 10. Woo.
Big
strike. That'll wake you up.
Yeah, big strike. I like it. Right out of the gate. Lee County showing blitz here.
Run is up the middle. That's Hines for a couple.
Interesting, something we didn't see in the first half at all is number 12, the quarterback from Fike, Mr. Daniels here, carrying out a lot of fakes. Even on those interior runs, they are carrying out the option fake now.
So before the game here, we had the youth football players from across the county in attendance. Other places in the country, of course. We've got homecoming. It's that time of year. 10 yards on the carry. Octavius Carpenter, first through the air, now on the ground. They kept him on ice in the first half, Nate.
Nice
this
little
kid is
screenplay
explosive.
there. All of a sudden, 2 big strikes by the Demons. Coming out swinging in the second half. They know the urgency here. They need to put points up, put this back to a one-possession ball game, because you have to anticipate Lee County's offense coming out second half swinging hard, throwing the haymakers.
All right, Daniels from the gun. Carpenter in motion. Fakes, pitches to Carpenter, and that's going nowhere.
Even if he kept his footing there, he wouldn't have gone
that was
anywhere.
going nowhere. A little too cute on that one. Going to lose 8.
That one was telegraphed pretty quick. They haven't shown motion all night. All of a sudden, you put a man in motion with a bubble action there behind. Yeah, you know where it's going.
Well, and he lost his footing. That's not the first time we've seen somebody go down slipping on the turf out here. I have to say that at this point in the year, this is as good as I've ever seen.
Oh, this field,
McCracken Field.
This field is nice. Just have to wonder if that evening dew has set a little bit. Another
All
screen
right, there's
play.
a screen this time to Rand. Rand's got space.
Grass.
He's got a blocker. He's got 6.
And he's
big play to drag him down by Jackson Lamb. Maybe that's a big play in the game, as they're going to mark him down at the 5. Look, for all intents and purposes,
that
like
looked
Rand
points.
was gone.
That looked like points.
Jackson Lamb showing some wheels.
Took a good angle, knew where his meeting point was going to be, got there just to save a touchdown.
Yeah, screen game. The Jackets sold out with the pass pressure, and Daniels just dumped it over top of their heads and ran with a good job of picking his way through traffic until he could accelerate and get it into 5th.
Expect to see a slant here. Last time they were in the Remax red zone, they ran a slant to Mr. Carpenter. Looks like it's open again here.
All right, going to hand up the middle to Rand.
Got
There's
a
flag on
flag
the play. Looks like it's in the backfield.
Mike Rand on the carry. Broke down on the play, but number 43, Darion Jennings.
What do you got? Anytime the officials have had to communicate.
False start.
Well, can't be a false start, or they'd have blown it dead. So some sort of procedure penalty, Coach.
Emotion false start.
So that'll cost him 5, and that makes that play by Jackson Lamb a second ago that much bigger, as now you go from 1st and goal at the 5 to 1st and goal at the 10. And this is becoming less and less of a sure thing for Fike as we move along here. 8:22 to go in the third quarter.
The ref's still talking about this here.
They love to talk.
And it's not the ref who threw the flag.
These guys must have rode in separate vehicles here and are going home in separate vehicles. Otherwise, they'd have been tired of one another by now. All right, after all of that, 1st and goal from the 10. Damari Daniels from the gun, 2 backs. Hines and Rand, who've taken almost every snap back there after the first couple minutes of the game. Hines has
there it is. Oh, he's there.
Monte Howard with the touchdown catch on the slant from 10 yards out. Good play fake into the belly. And
Lee County's bid on it hard.
Howard unscathed into the end zone. We got ourselves a ball game.
Back to a one-possession ball game here. To go back to your point earlier about this McCracken Field, Coach Charlie Spivey, who's a baseball legend here in Lee County, has been taking care of it. You're right. With as many soccer games and football games that have been played on it, it's looking nice. High snap. Oh, and a bullet sent out of there. Still a one-possession ball game, though, for Fike.
All right, so each team has failed to convert an extra point. 2013, 8:18 left in the third quarter. We'll be back on the other side with the kickoff.
It's game day at Classic Nissan. The starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Colvin Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dole. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Dandred. Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. Lee County Yellow Jackets being pushed by the Wilson Fike Demons. Bit of a shocker. Jackets only up a touchdown in the second half. And these referees who were a mystery in the first quarter. We commented into the second quarter, man, there haven't been a lot of flags. Referees have taken control of this game and have it in a stranglehold at this point. Offsides on the kickoff. They'll march it back 5 yards, make them do it again.
Was a pretty good kick there by Fike.
All right, Chalmers and McKendall back for the Jackets, both of whom are very dangerous. High spinning kick. Going to be fielded by McKendall at the 25. Moving to his left. Looking for a block. He's got a hole. He's got a seam. He's got one man to beat. Oh, so close. 35 yards on the return. Sets the Jackets up in good shape.
Tackle there made by number 2, Marcus Harris from Fike. Good tackle there to save 6 points, because if Mr. Harris doesn't make that tackle, we're looking at a PAT right now, I do believe.
Have to agree. All right, Evans doing double duty. Lined up in the slot on the right side.
Looking at a doubles formation here.
The Jackets will open the second half with Tyreek McKendall at tailback, number 2. Into pass protect as Johnson drops. Now he rolls to his right, looking over the top, looking for Evans, and that was hopeful. Miscommunication there.
We have a flag in the play on the vicinity of holding. I didn't see it personally, but
well, and here's a spot foul.
Oh, that one's going to hurt.
This one's going to leave a mark. So 1st and 25 coming up. But on that route, you had Evans, who never got his head around, in the same space as Carlos Hancock, which is where Johnson delivered the ball. Somebody got it wrong.
Somebody did. You never draw up a play where you have no space between 2 wide receivers, because then you can get played by one man on the defense. So you want to maintain solid spacing throughout on your receiving core. So someone there had a miscommunication.
All right, 1st and 25 after the penalty. The hand is to McKendall. Got a head of steam, cuts it back inside. He's going to have 7, brings up 2nd and 18. Yeah, McKendall will check out, Baldwin back in.
Back into the Fike side of the field here on the 48.
Chalmers not in the game. McKendall didn't come out. He went down there to be the sole wide receiver on the right side of the formation. Baldwin in the backfield. Evans let. And bats. There's Baldwin. Boy, he runs angry. Carries it all the way down to the 30. Close to a first down. Going to be just short. Not the fastest back, but he's built like a tank and he runs hard.
First down, correction.
Pat McCracken with the early call. 3rd and a yard. I'm going Baldwin right up the gut.
Absolutely. In this 3-man front here by Fike, he's got
no way
gap.
they can stop it with a 3-man front. He spins off, going to pick up a whole lot more into the secondary, and he is going to the house. Touchdown, Larry Baldwin in the Lee County Yellow Jackets.
Quick response there by the Yellow Jackets.
Just bad tackling in the secondary.
Bad tackling.
Can't say I blame him. I'm not sure I want to put a hat on Larry Baldwin either.
Fight came out, put together a good first series, controlled the clock, put points up. You're thinking, ooh, this might stay pretty close. All of a sudden, Larry Baldwin and the Yellow Jackets tear it wide open.
All right, and A.J. Boulware, the starting tailback for the Jackets, out with a little ankle tender, nothing serious. But now we see Jaden Chalmers down on the sideline being treated for what looks like a hamstring, hopefully just a cramp.
Getting rolled out. We have a false start on the Jackets on the PAT. So back Mr. Underwood up. This is still well within his range. He's hit a couple of 30-plus yarders on the season, so this one's not out.
Snap is down.
Oh.
Pressure was there, but the kick is up and good. And the Jackets get a little bit of breathing room. 27-13. 6:46 left in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and be back with the kickoff.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Sanford, right here in the heart of Carolina. Beautiful night in Sanford. Lee County Yellow Jackets in a bit of a dog fight that they didn't see coming with the Wilson Fike Demons, who've really accounted well for themselves. You come in 1-3, you're not into conference play yet. These things can go sideways quickly.
Absolutely.
And 5 minutes in, I think a lot of people thought we'll be home early. Fike had other ideas, and they've made a ball game of this. They're still within striking distance, down 27-13, receiving the kick. And here we go.
Trying to switch the field here.
All right, breaks the tackle. Won't break a second one. Brings it out to the 20. That's Eli Avent on the return. And Fike cannot afford to get behind the sticks. Got to play a clean series here. Keep the ball moving forward. Their undoing has been big losses that they've taken, and some of them have come under some wild circumstances. You had a high snap. You had the pitch man lose his footing. All kinds of nonsense. They cannot afford anything here. Keep the ball moving downhill.
Looking at a different formation here, looking at trips to the wide side with a single back, a lone wide receiver up on the far side.
All right, Carpenter looking for the screen. He takes it, gets past one man. Boy, he's fast. Baldwin comes up and thumps him but doesn't knock him down. Carpenter says, you can hit me hard. I still got 13 and a first down, buddy.
Mr. Baldwin there really has to wrap up. He's big and strong, but Mr. Carpenter said, you're going to have to hit me a little bit harder to wrap me up if you're going to take me down.
This young man is fast. I like what I see from Carpenter.
If I was the Fikes coach, I believe I'd be getting him the ball in space a little bit more often.
For sure, sir.
Not as dynamic as crosstown to Noah Lockley, but runs the ball very similarly. Mr. Carpenter in motion.
All of that, and they hand it up the middle to Hines, and that's going nowhere. Octavius Carpenter, we've been talking about, 5'7", 150 they list him at.
Wow. 150.
5'7", 150. Doesn't look a whole lot bigger than that.
No, I'm sitting here thinking I don't think that's too far off.
But he's a burner. Senior wide receiver for this Demon squad. Really good athlete.
Has the gape of a track runner.
Yes, sir. Pressure up the middle for the Jackets. Daniels looking down the
there.
field. Got him.
Oh, you got to
great
catch
play.
that ball,
Jackson
son.
Lamb with an enormous play. Instead of a first down in plus territory, now it's 3rd and 15. The zone buster route right down the seam.
Oh, it was there.
Jackson Lamb came up and laid the lumber.
Number 6, Montavious Howard there, senior wide receiver at 6'0", 170 pounds. He's got to hold on to that ball, Chris.
Yes, sir.
He caught that ball, made a few steps. He's got to hold on to that ball.
And Jackson Lamb, one of the juniors on this senior-laden squad, really making a name for himself this year.
Absolutely. I'd never known Jackson to play anything other than wide receiver, along with his brother also only ever played wide receiver.
All right, Daniels rolls to his right.
He likes to run it.
Indecisive, finally stumbles forward, picks up 7, needed 15.
That's not going to do it, though.
Fike with a decision to make. They're looking at 3rd and 6 or 7. They're going to send the punt team out there. Don't forget that Aaron Bancroft, their punter, is also a running back, and we've seen him throw the ball from this position as well. You know, had you not run a fake earlier,
now would be a great
prime time, but I don't know if you want to pull it again. And the Jackets not taking any chances really have their defense out on the field. They're going to play this straight, not sending anybody deep. Baldwin is the guy. That was it blocked? It's either blocked or shanked under the pressure. One way or the other, it's a 4-yard net gain for the Fike Demons as they give it back to the Jackets going the other way. Low snap, wasn't able to get it out of there. That was a mess.
That was terrible.
And
that was awful.
Wilson Fike needs everything to go well for them. That's kind of the opposite of
Yeah, that's not. If you're going to come back on this Yellow Jacket squad, you have to play a perfect second half, and that was not it.
And, you know, a Jacket offense that has not been hitting all 8 cylinders, you're doing them a favor giving them field position here at the 41. McKendall in motion, pop pass, one man to beat, cannot do it. As Mike Rand, who's had such a great game at running back, spills McKendall on the sweep. 2nd and 12 coming up, down close to 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Yellow Jackets here looking at about 2nd and 12.
Johnson from the gun. Baldwin in the backfield with him. McKendall moving the other receivers over there on the right around Tim Lett and Jackson Lamb. The hand is to Baldwin. Baldwin got a seam. McKendall seals the edge, but Baldwin turns it back up inside. He'll have it the 30-yard line and a Pentair first down for the Yellow Jackets. That's been a play they've gone to several times tonight when they needed positive yardage.
That outside lead run there.
And they've run it from a couple of different wide receiver groupings, but it's the same principles. Baldwin up the middle now is going to have 6-7, breaks out of there, fighting down close to another first down, and Larry Baldwin's just exerting his will on this game.
Fike defense really had him bundled up there, had 2 guys with bodies on him. Larry Baldwin plows right through him.
Larry said, you need 3, buddy. All right, Fike.
Fike's reeling at the moment.
They got to get out the ice packs.
Yeah, they're reeling.
They're reeling. We'll take a quick break with them and be back, hopefully, to watch the Yellow Jackets punch it in here. 3:19 left in the 3rd quarter. See you on the other side.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. Want to say congratulations to my daughter, who, as we're playing football here, is a homecoming court member at her high school in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Wish I was there.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
It is pretty awesome. She's a pretty awesome kid.
Well, she has a lot of her mother in her, which makes her pretty awesome.
All right, Colin Johnson fakes, looking down the field, scrambles, rolls, got a man across the middle.
Oh, P.I.
Pass interference.
Oh, yeah, that was obvious.
Number 5 there for the Demons with the horse collar prior to the ball arriving. Eli Page, not his best moment.
When you take that backside arm and wrap it around the neck, they're going to call that 99 out of 100 times.
Jaden Chalmers like, come on, man. I'm just trying to get a touchdown, buddy.
Ooh.
You got offsetting penalties here.
We do have offsetting.
Oh.
You hate that for the Yellow Jackets.
Oh.
I definitely saw the PI, did not see the penalty on the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, that stings.
If you're Coach Bordeaux here, though, you're still on your own 21, still got 2 downs to get 2 yards, 3 downs, really. This is 4-down territory.
Yes.
So,
well, I don't know. If you get it down there close, you punch it in, field goal puts you up 3 scores. We'll see if it comes to it. McKendall with the carry up the middle.
He's looking a little short.
This one, we haven't seen a measurement in weeks. Could this be the first one? No.
No, they're not even.
They're going to call it by eye, 3rd and a foot.
That surprises me.
3rd and a foot for the Jackets. I called it last time. Baldwin up the gut. Do the same thing. Fike's not going to come out of this 3-man front. They're not going to stop Baldwin before he picks up a couple.
If I was Fike here, I'd be sending 8. I'd be loading that box up and sending 8.
Well,
whoa.
They're running Baldwin to the left. Nope.
Quarterback keep. Nope.
It is Baldwin up the middle. After all of that, that's Steve Perdue just showing off.
Yeah, it's just flipping formation, get you guessing.
We're gonna run.
That is.
We're gonna run the same thing. All right, so 6 yards on the carry for Baldwin. 1st down inside the Remax red zone. That's a Pentair 1st down. Don't forget that, Nate.
Oh, I've been failing our man at Pentair.
Calmly takes it. Gonna keep down close to the 10-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
We do have a flag on the play. We've got a holding on the Jackets, kicking themselves in the foot right now.
So the Jackets can't get out of their own way. 2 big penalties on this drive for the offense. Clock stopped with 2:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Jackets up 27-13. Fike just won't go away. Man. Where did they spot that foul from?
Yeah, back to the 35. Holy cow.
Wow.
We were on the
35. They need the 7 for a 1st down.
Holy smokes. I mean, was the hold on the quarterback 5 yards back? I don't know.
All right, 1st and 28. Gets it out quick and drops the ball for the 3rd time tonight. There's a lot of talent on this Jacket Ball Club.
That'd be easy.
You can't keep putting balls on the ground.
No kidding. That wasn't going to be a touchdown or a 1st down
but
play
it was
there,
get you a chunk.
but it was going to get you a chunk.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to put you at 2nd and 12 or 15 compared to 2nd and half the field.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 28 for the Jackets. Pitches to Baldwin. Breaks out of 1, breaks out of 2, can't break out of a 3rd. Only gets about 6 on the play. 3rd and a mile coming up here.
Definitely in 4-down territory here for the Jackets. This is out of Mr. Underwood's range, I do believe.
Yeah, I would say they would need another
15
to feel comfortable.
Mr. Underwood's longest is 32 on the season.
And I'm going to tell you, I was watching him in warm-ups. Anything outside of 35
was
a crapshoot at best. All right, Johnson drops. looking left, has a man.
Oh, terrible tackling by the Demons.
Jordan Batts going to get a chunk.
And a flag on the play.
May get a face mask on this here. If it's a hold, it's inexplicable because there was only one guy out there with him.
Looks like preliminary horse collar.
Well, Baldwin, I think, just signaled face mask. So Jordan Batts with the catch was going to come up short. Personal foul, face mask.
Good call.
I am the soothsayer. And that'll be a Pentair first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Yellow
Inside
Jackets
a minute.
Back in the Remax red zone there.
That's a gut punch if you're Fike. You've got them dead to rights. 3rd and 23. You stop the guy short and somebody slips a hand up in there into the headgear and gets that face mask call to give him the first down. That's a tough one to come back from.
Yeah, that one hurts.
And all of that said, Jackets are set up 1st and goal at about the 6-yard line. And they haven't done a whole lot well on offense, but picking up 6 yards over 3 plays, they can probably make that happen.
Oh, yeah. Expect to see a heavy dose of Larry Baldwin here.
Nope. Johnson back to throw. Johnson across his body with a very ill-advised
throw
pass to Desmond Evans.
Threw into double coverage.
That's one they're going to look at next week.
That's a coachable moment. Don't do that again.
That might be a cursing out, Nate. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh,
Colin Johnson, who you can pretty much count on every decision he makes being the right one, shows that he's not infallible there. That was a horrible, horrible pass.
Yeah, that was dangerous. Over the middle into 2 to 3 defenders. Was a weak pass thrown across his body. Not Mr. Johnson's finest.
No, sir. All right. Jackets going to spread them out again. McKindle and Evans to the right. Lett and Batts to the left. Baldwin in the backfield. Has it. Carries down about the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal here. That was what I thought you'd see on first down.
That's what I was anticipating.
All right. Timeout with 33 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. An official's timeout. There's an injury on the field. While the medical staff for Fike attends to the injury, we will take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
With every weekend on the go, we never know where we're going to end up. That's why we got the Ford Explorer. You get the feel of a car with the room and space of an SUV, which is all a bonus. Trips to the mountains, trips to the river.
Soccer games, baseball games, anywhere. Big Bear.
After 13, 14 years of having a Toyota, I'm not going back.
Tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. De-stress your drive with the all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
All right, the hand is to Baldwin. No, the hand is to McKindle, who's in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one a whole lot less spectacular, but worth just as many points. 23 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They unpile the players after a big collision down at the goal line. Looks like there's a Yellow Jacket lineman down.
Looks like he's holding a knee. But longtime athletic trainer Steve Womack there has got his leg up, so
looks like a cramp.
Looks like a cramp. Looks like a cramp.
All right, so the Jackets extend their lead, 33-13.
Lee County going to give you the winning lotto number. Oh, nope, sorry, 50-50 raffle.
It was not me.
I didn't buy a ticket.
I didn't either. I was, you know.
You got to put your name in the hat to win.
I guess you have to play to win, right?
Yeah. That's a big boy coming off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is.
Coaches have to be glad that he can walk off and not have to be carried off.
Yeah, Tyler Gray, senior lineman. They got him listed at 255. I don't believe that for a second.
He's looking a little heftier than 255.
All right, snap is good. Hold us down.
Those gunners have been going all night. They haven't got one.
They have. All right.
I think they're launching
and that'll
too
stretch
early.
the lead to 34-13 with 23 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll take one tiny, tiny little break and be back with the kickoff.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. Lee County starting to get a little comfortable now. Up 21 over the Wilson Fike Demons. Just a couple of seconds left in the third quarter. Nate, I don't know that it's anything going better or worse for the Jackets. Just kind of some bad luck for the Demons, some good fortune for the Jackets. And in the end, the Jackets just sort of percolating to the surface. What do you see?
I'm seeing the Jackets really executing a lot better. I'm seeing poor tackling from Wilson Fike on their defensive side. You know, not the great gang tackling we saw in the first half, but a lot of his Lee County's just executing a lot better, minus a few dumb penalties. You know, and Fike gave them one on the face mask down in the red zone. But we're seeing a little bit more execution, more drop balls though. I mean, this is one of those things we're not used to seeing here. Usually Collins on the money, and his receivers are making him look really good.
All right, now on the other side of town, the Southern Lee Cavaliers looking to exact revenge on Franklinton.
Ooh, that ball was
the team
out.
that knocked them out of the playoffs last year, holding a 14-0 lead. How far into that game are we, Nate?
Second quarter was the last update that I could find. The team that really took away their playoff win. I mean, Lee County or Southern Lee really gave it up to them last year here at McCracken Field. Which that story still befuddles me. How you will host a home playoff game at your crosstown rival.
Right.
That whole story befuddles me.
We don't want you to be befuddled, Nate.
You know, you don't get to use that word very often, so you've got to take advantage of it when you can.
All right. I've been trying to figure out what Wilson Fike was going to do on offense here, but I'm befuddled. So I don't know.
There we go.
All right, Daniels takes a snap, looking down the field. And
he likes to run it.
Likes to run it. Gets a little headway. Gets about half of what he needed. 5 yards out there, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Not a designed quarterback keep there, but nonetheless a pretty successful play. This young man has run the ball some throughout the year, so this is not anything that Lee County hasn't seen on tape. Lee County likes him rushing the ball, though. 2 fumbles on the season.
All right, fourth quarter coming up. Jackets up 34-13. We'll be back with the finale in just a moment.
It's my favorite time of the year. Football is back. I would like to personally invite you to come down for your next new or pre-owned vehicle purchase. With one of the largest new and pre-owned inventories in the area, come see us today for discounts that the competition simply can't match or beat. If you drive in Sanford, why not buy in Sanford? Come see me, the deal maker. Come and get that big town deal with that small town feel right here at Crossroads Ford in Sanford.
All right, welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Sanford.
Some updates around the Tri-County 6 conference in 3A. We have Southern Lee up on Franklin 14-0. Union Pines and Albemarle tied 0-0. Albemarle, an old-time state contender in 1A. Been struggling a few years. I'm sure Coach Lonnie Cox will get them right there. And South Johnson is downing the Western Hornet Eagles right now 17-3.
Okay.
And for any of our state of North Carolina football fans, Cardinal Gibbons versus Cleveland, you would expect that to be, that's 2 top 10 powerhouses. Cardinal Gibbons 36, Cleveland 0.
Wow.
Wow. And Cleveland was supposed to be the guys who knock them off after Wake Forest lost. That's not looking that way, Chris. Cardinal Gibbons looking pretty good.
All right. 2nd and 4 for the Demons. Daniels hands up the middle.
He's got a first down.
Mike Rand, who's had a big night on both sides of the ball.
I like that kid.
Needed 4, got 5. So that's a Pentair first down for the Demons. You know, the officiating crew tonight has been really preoccupied with that play clock.
Well, to be fair, the game clock should have been running that entire time. So, but nonetheless, very distracted on clocks.
Daniel snaps, drops, looking down the left sidelines. Got
Whoa,
a man
he's there.
Octavius Carpenter's going to score.
House.
Touchdown, Demons.
Oh, I don't see any flags down. That was quick.
The 65 yards on the play to Carpenter, who just ran past the defense.
The secondary of the Yellow Jackets, who coming into the season we thought were going to be pretty stout, have shown, you know, they had the dropped post route earlier in the game that would have gone for a long way. That time, the Demons making them pay. Everyone watching Lee County throw the ball over the top.
Well, Jaden Marshall had coverage out there, and he just got blown by.
Oh, whoa, what was that?
A couple of times now on the extra point try, we've had pre-snap penalty. Yeah, I think we established a little while ago, Octavius Carpenter, really, really fast.
He showed it right there. Number 2, Tyreek McKendall, could not catch up to him.
He was making up ground.
And he was another 40 yards he would have got there, but we're only playing on a 100-yard field. Blocked, PAT.
PAT is blocked. That'll keep the lead at 15, 34-19, 11 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. Not the finest hour for these Jackets, but they still hold on to a 2-touchdown lead. We'll see you on the other side of the break with the kickoff.
The right tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. De-stress your drive with the all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
You are watching the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford. Big city deals with a small town feel. We'd also like to say thank you to New Image Media for helping with this production tonight, for putting on this production tonight.
All right, 34-19, 11 and a half minutes to go in the ball game. Seen some trickery in the kicking game by both teams tonight. You would think this would be an obvious onside kick possibility, if there is such a thing. You know, there really are times where you line it up and you know the defense knows it's coming. Then there's other times where you try to catch them off guard. I don't know. Bancroft looks as though he's going to kick it deep. And the onside attempt, and that's not going to go 10 yards.
Come close.
Oh, needed to go 10 yards, goes 8.5. And the Jackets just watch it roll dead, and they'll take the ball over at that spot going the other direction.
You got to give your boys a chance to make a play on the ball. You can't have them sitting there looking at it and trying to kick it for 2 more yards. Can't have it. When I was coaching in some of my younger days, I was coaching with a guy by the name of Joe Allison. He won the first ever kicking award in collegiate football. I forget what it's called. There at Memphis University.
The Groza Award.
Yeah, the Lou Groza Award. And I learned a bunch of kicking from him. One of his favorite sayings, you got to give him a chance. Got to give him a chance.
All right, Johnson hands to Baldwin. Baldwin running hard. Sheds tacklers. Picks up about 4 on the play.
I'd expect here to see a heavy dose of the run game, heavy dose of Larry Baldwin here. Control the clock, eat a good bit of it up. Obviously shooting for another touchdown. But definitely at this point, you're wanting to put together a long drive that ends in points.
Johnson takes a snap, hands to Baldwin up the middle one more time. Not much there, picks up 2. Taken down by a gang of demons. A band of demons.
A band of demons.
Yes, why didn't I think of that an hour and a half ago? We could have had fun with that.
They should really be playing some fiddle music tonight.
Yes. All right, Baldwin and Johnson both looking at their wristbands. Johnson fakes the hand to Baldwin, looking. Now it's flushed out to his left, and none of his receivers coming back to doing any help. That was not good.
Stops the clock.
And it stops the clock. So pressure applied there by Eli Page, and then a band of demons joined in.
Charlie Daniels, a local around here.
Yes.
For those of us who didn't know.
Yes.
From Gulf, North Carolina,
Yes.
right down 421.
Yep. And you talk to people from that generation, and everybody seems to know him.
I've run into
But
him
nobody
a time
can
or
seem
two.
to get him to come play here. So, you know.
He's not playing much anymore.
Now, he did play here a couple years ago at a festival and got blown out of here. All right, Johnson hands to Baldwin. Baldwin, work to do.
Ooh,
Forward progress,
close.
he's got it. All right, the near side official
he looks like
is going to make somebody's head explode on the other side because I think he's given him just enough. Can we see the chain gang on the field one time?
Come on, make them work for their pay.
They're going to call. Nah, come on, you can't call that. There you go.
There
go.
it is.
All right. Chain gang going to get their money's worth and run those chains all the way across the
entire field.
Come on out there, guys. It's your moment in the sun.
All right, one of the officials got to go get the tag. There he is. See, and I hate this tag. I hate the way they do this, and I don't know how to make it better. But the tag can be on either side of the line.
Agreed.
The line is 6 inches. So that makes all the difference in the world. And I've argued with refs and actually got a 15-yard flag once because I told him he picked up the tag in the wrong spot. But, you know.
All right, here we go. I think he's got it.
I think he's there.
I think he's got it by the nose of the football. And
yeah,
he does.
He's
Look at
there.
that.
Almost the entire length
Almost
of the ball.
entire length. Those are calibrated eyes you've got on yourself there, Nate Cochrane.
I paid a lot of money for them.
All right, so that's a Pentair first down for the Jackets. Keeps the drive alive, and will keep the clock running. All right, big play there for the Jackets. All right.
We'll wait for the chain gang to get
Demon
set up.
defense thought they'd gotten off the field. All right, Johnson surveys the defense, takes a snap, fakes to Baldwin, looking down the seam for Lamb, and is going to get taken out of bounds Probably just should have let that fly over top of everybody. Pressure applied there by number 25 for the Demons.
How did it take
Tyrell
us
Boykin
3 quarters to get to a band of demons?
Shame on us.
We've got to do better.
Shame on us. 2nd and 17. And, you know, this Demon defense has started out playing soft in that 3-4, kind of reading everything. The crowded closer and closer to the line of scrimmage. They're begging to be beat over the top, and Johnson just hasn't been able to do it.
No, his receiving core really not giving him a great.
Johnson fumbles the snap, going to keep it himself, run, and picks up a chunk, looking good with the ball in his hands.
That is
picks
a young
up
man
about 12.
Who is not afraid to run the ball. We've seen quarterbacks here at Lee County in the years past, I'm not going to name names, one of them at NC State, who did not like to run the football at all. Colin, on the other hand, not afraid to do it. Not afraid. I like it.
3rd and manageable here. Jaden Chalmers not in the ball game. Bats split wide left. Let Lamb and McKendall to the right. Larry Baldwin still in at tailback. Pre-snap penalty. I think we got to delay a game. Sure do. Well, that's not good.
That's shooting yourself in the foot.
Go from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9. Clock stopped now with 9:01. I get trying to take some time off the clock, but got to be a little bit more aware than that. That's a couple of uncharacteristic mistakes from Colin Johnson tonight. All right, Johnson got led across the middle, and they're going to give him the catch. Needed about 11.
He got 12.
Needed 9. I'm sorry, needed 9, got 10. But Lett, who's not had a great night, was that Lett or was it?
That was
Lamb.
Lett.
That was Tim Lett. Got that, right?
Was Tim
okay.
Lett.
I don't want to take it away from Jackson Lamb, but Tim Lett, who's had a tough night with a big catch, as the throw from Johnson was low. And here we go with this fixation on the play clock again. and to be fair, I don't think the clock operator's having a stellar night.
No.
All right, the hand is to Baldwin, who looks like his uncle playing with his nephews in the front yard, dragging tacklers there, but only gets back to the line of scrimmage with literally 2 demons hanging around his waist. Loses about a foot. 8.5 to go.
Lee County not burned a ton of time off this clock in this drive. They keep dinking and donking down the field, but they haven't burned a lot.
This has been disjointed. It's been an ugly drive at best. And there's no rhythm to the offense at all. Johnson fakes the keeper, throws it over the top to Lett, who, after having a miserable 3 quarters of football, now has showed up big time with 2 catches.
Yeah.
And that probably salts this one away.
Number 8, Tim Lett. Touchdown, Jackets. On attempt the extra point, Trey Underwood.
All right, 7:59 to go in a ball game. That stretches the lead out to 3 scores for the Jackets. Not completely out of the woods, but they can probably put it in cruise control at this point.
Yeah. What's the hold up here, guys?
Surely it's a play clock issue again. Underwood on to add the extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good.
Man.
Doink.
And doink is there.
And it's good.
Friendly bounce here at McCracken Field.
So with 7:59 to go in the ball game, it's 41-19 Jackets starting to stretch their legs out. We'll take a quick break, come back with the kickoff. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week, brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Sanford.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the NFHS Game of the Week. Chris Delambert, Nate Cochrane, been here with you the entire way. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Yellow Jackets up, 41-19, 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Hadn't been that easy for the Jackets tonight.
No, this scoreboard is deceivingly huge difference than what has really portrayed on the field. Fike starting to come a little bit unraveled. Guys not knowing where to be, when to be.
All right, ball bounces. Oof, and out of bounds. It's 2. That was about to get really interesting, but it'll be a procedure foul against the Jackets, which means the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line going the other way.
Really good kick, though. I mean, really a good kick. And the way this Yellow Jackets have been returning the ball, not a terrible outcome.
Well, in Howard, you could see the wheels starting to spin. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do? Is this going out of bounds? Do I count on it going to the end zone? Should I try to play this thing and risk, it short hopping off of my shoulder pads? And in the end, it worked out for him. But, yeah, if you had that kind of kick every time, I think you'd be okay with it.
Oh, yeah.
But alas, the ball's at the 35-yard line. First down, Wilson Fike. Damari Daniels has had good moments and bad at the quarterback position. The two backs in there with him, Tyreek Hines, number 22, and number 4, Mike Rand, have been awesome. This would be Hines, and he's going nowhere. Landon Johnson comes up and just blew that up.
All right, Chris, while we have a little lull here, tell me, on Monday, what can we expect to hear from the cheap seats on 105.5 WFJA?
Antonio Brown. We'll be recapping all of the football from this weekend. Daniels' ball goes over his head. DDP chases him. Landon Johnson chasing him. Desmond Evans chasing him. Nobody gets to him before he goes out of bounds. Who's going to get credit for the sack? That's all I want to know.
I don't know. I don't keep.
Yeah, we'll be recapping all of the football from the weekend. We'll be doing a shallow dive into Antonio Brown. We'll be puffing our chest out a little bit. We did say we thought that was it for Ben Roethlisberger, that this elbow issue would turn into a career ender. The first step's been taken. He's out for the year. I think he's done forever. Going to be real interested to see the quarterbacks. Gardner Minshew, one of these fill-ins, had a great week Thursday against the Titans. You've got Kevin Falk, or Kelly Falk, excuse me. Either Taysom Hill or Teddy Bridgewater, Mason Rudolph. You got all these backup quarterbacks that are going to get the nod this week. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys fare and what it means moving forward.
Can I put a request in?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like for y'all to dive more into this University of Kansas allegations coming down on sanctions today on Les Miles there.
That didn't take long, did it?
No, all of a sudden they start winning, and boy, there's some allegations.
You win one D1 game, or one Power 5 game on the road, and bam, you hit with allegations. We will peel that. I'll peel that back just for you.
I appreciate it.
Just for you. Les Miles, a coach that I just don't know how the sun has shone on him like it has throughout his career.
I don't know. The highest paid employee in Louisiana when he was head coach there at LSU.
And accomplished a whole little with a whole lot of talent.
A whole little.
For a very long time.
I do appreciate the shout-out this past Monday.
Hey, man.
I do appreciate that.
You were listening live and hit the text. Had to credit you. All right, Fike with a timeout there. Still a ball game going on here. Fike has decided to punt, facing 4th and 20.
Ooh.
Not sure I like the call at all. I don't know. You know, if you go for it, you really run the risk that this thing could get out of control and you roll out of here losing by 5 or 6 touchdowns. But this feels an awful lot like giving up to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's the kick. It's a spinner. It's going to roll for a while. Nah, no luck. Goes dead at the 39-yard line.
It's a knuckleballer.
Yeah, it was. And I think his only instructions were make sure it doesn't get blocked. 7:03 left. Jackets pouring it on here. Defense really hadn't looked dominant until here in the last couple of drives. Well, in that drive, to be honest, that was the best series they'd had.
Fike really came out and kind of punched Lee County in the mouth for quite a while. Coach Bordeaux talked about, you know, in the second season wanting to schedule more challenging teams than in the years past that Lee County had on their schedule. And they definitely didn't get all of a mouthful of punch here, but overall, you know, I think this is a pretty good matchup for Lee County. You know, they're going to come out, they're going to win dominantly, but their boys were tested some. That's something we haven't seen in years past in non-conference scheduling. So I applaud Coach Bordeaux. Schedule teams that you give yourself a good chance to win, but one that won't roll over and lose by 80.
All right, Marcus Gray in a night of a whole lot of substitutions. Marcus Gray has found his way into the backfield, gets 7 on his first carry of the night, and he'll get it again right back up into the middle. This time stacked up after a gain of 1, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Clock running towards 6 minutes left in the game.
Be interesting to see here if the Jackets go to the air, try to convert one more first down, or if they hand the ball off to Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray, a workhorse, obviously has worked very hard here in this program.
And they're not going to call it. I'll be doggone. Looked an awful lot like a foray into the neutral zone to me.
Wow. Yeah, I don't. No comment.
Whoa. Gray has it. Breaks a tackle and fights forward for the first down. Needed 3, got 6. And that'll keep the clock running. I think people are about ready to go home.
Yeah, I think so.
First down, Jackets.
Good showing here by Lee County tonight from their fans. Not the most full I've seen these stands, but a pretty good showing. Always a great time here at McCracken Field. They always treat us well. We always have this nice little platform we can go on. It's a nice night.
All right, Johnson bobbles the snap, going to keep it, run. He's got space, hits the sidelines, got the afterburners on, and Johnson is into the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown, 48 yards. Colin Johnson calls his own number.
If you're Fike, you have to be shooting yourself now.
Well, and that was improvised.
That was improvised. That was a botched snap, was high. Colin really didn't handle it well, and he just takes to the house. Just takes to the house.
Johnson's got better wheels than most people think.
Oh, yeah.
He's tall and slender and looks like a quarterback. But when he gets the wheels going, he can scoot a little bit.
Watch out, Harvard.
Harvard, Princeton, one of you guys.
Calling you Ivy League's out. Get you a man here.
And
doink. No friendly bounce that time.
All right, so 47-19, 5:08 left in the ball game. Running out of breaks. We'll take one more, come back with the kickoff. You're watching the NFHS Game of the Week.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Welcome back into the late moments of the fourth quarter. 5:08 left in the ball game. What looked to be in dispute for most of the night has now turned into a pretty one-sided affair. Lee County Yellow Jackets up 47-19 on the Wilson Fike Demons. And this score is really not fair to Wilson Fike. They played a better ball game than this, Nate.
Yeah, they've really fallen apart the last 12, 15 minutes. Lee County has really come on strong, and another procedure penalty.
We said we'd take that same kick over and over again. Well, not exactly like that. First and 10 at 35, 5:08 left. Be interesting to see if we see a change at quarterback for the Demons. And I believe we will.
Looks like number 1 for the
Number
Fike
1,
Demons.
Javon Sharper-Cherry. Javion Sharper-Cherry. Nope. Yes. What's going on? Yes.
Yep, he's talking to his lineman.
No.
No.
It's not number 1. It's number 17. That is Jaquan King.
A junior quarterback, 5'10", 150 pounds.
All right, King handed it. And that's
To the house.
Tyreek Hines. Just like that. Boy, I tell you what, the defensive staff for the Jackets is going to be blowing their stack
Oh, my gosh.
when they watch film this weekend. Hines just kept taking it farther and farther outside, hit the sideline, and outran everybody to the house.
If there were odds made on high school football and they'd put on an over-under of whatever this is going to be, 70+, I would have not taken it, I tell you. Unless Lee County was going to score 70. Block.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. As we're listening to the band run some Salt and Pepper. What do you know about that, Nate?
It's before my time.
I was going to say, Cocker,
before my time.
Don't even pretend you're that old.
No, before my time.
I was a sophomore in high school when that came out.
So what year was that?
That would have been 87 or 88.
That was 2 years before my birth.
Wow.
My older brother was 1, if it makes you feel any better.
That doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. I know specifically that I was a sophomore in high school because I was in an AP history class that they call World Cultures. It was 2 class periods mushed to 1. And one of our assignments was to come back to class with musical lyrics handwritten. And this is before the days of, being able to go on any website somewhere and pull lyrics. But we were supposed to do lyrics that had some sort of depth of meaning.
Okay.
And a friend of mine in class, Chris Brown, brought in the lyrics to push it and had written them out.
I love it.
Yeah. Didn't go well with the teacher. But he was one of those guys that could get away with stuff like that, and they laughed it off.
Good smile.
Had I done that,
charisma person.
I'd have got an F.
Yeah. I got a few of those. F's, not a charisma smile.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper.
I know the song. I couldn't even told you who made it, though.
It's because you're a baby.
I apologize. I'll try harder to be older.
Well,
I'll keep clicking my days.
You're not going to try. You're not going to have to try hard. It'll happen. Trust me. Without any effort at all, you'll wake up and be like, "What? Where is this ache and this pain coming from?"
Oh, I turned 30 in a few weeks, and I hear once you hit 30, it's all downhill.
And why are these children asking me for money all the time? Tyreek McKendall returns the ball back out to the 40.
Mine's not there yet, but it won't take long.
Oh, no, before you know it. Before you know it. And they just get more and more expensive.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Oh, for sure, sir. Yeah, when you talk to new parents, they're like, diapers and formula and, that's expensive. Yeah. Well, you got to go through youth football leagues.
Oh, yeah.
And PlayStation 8s, and then you're into cars, into insurance, and then college tuition. Yeah, it doesn't get any cheaper, bro.
No.
You do hit a lull at about 4, where you're collecting hand-me-down clothes from your friends and your family, and the kid's not into electronics and stuff like that, and that lasts for about 18 months, and then it's just over.
So kindergarten. Expect to just go ahead and start writing checks in kindergarten.
Yep.
I look forward to it.
Oh, it's fun. It's a blast.
I look forward to it. It's just money. Make it, get rid of it, make some more, as is life.
All right, 1st and 15 for the Jackets. Clock stop, 4:45 left in the ball game. 47-26, and every time we feel like we've put a stake through the heart of this game, it goes all zombie on us and comes back. All right, gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 9 coming up. It's been an ugly football game.
This has not been a good football game. You're right. This has not been. I did not get to watch the Tennessee game last night. I did watch some of the Tulane-Houston game. Very reminiscent, very ugly. Just not a great football game to watch as a fan and a connoisseur.
Johnson hands to Gray, who does a good job reeling it in. Going to be spun forward, gets about half what he needs. That'll take it out to the 45. 3rd and 5 coming up. Clock inside 4 minutes to go in the game.
Luckily, Friday night's game is on the West Coast, so we'll be able to watch a majority of it by the time we get home.
Yes, sir.
Utah at USC tonight. Who you got?
Utah. Yeah, and I think this is
think it's a statement game?
No, I think this is near the end for that USC coaching staff out there.
Spread's 3.5. Think they cover it?
Utah, yes.
I do too.
Yes.
Everyone does.
Yeah, you say USC's running on reputation at this point, and I just don't think they have horses, to be honest.
Of course, everyone was heavy on Tennessee last night, and they came out and got clobbered.
You know, Tennessee's one of those fake programs that, you know, have you ever gone to Knoxville? Have you ever spent any time in Knoxville, Tennessee?
No.
Anywhere in the eastern half of that state.
Oh, it's UT football.
They will, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Titans.
And they're not even – what? Oh, I was going to say.
I'm talking about the Titans last night.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
No, my dad did get it.
Oof.
Oh, my goodness.
The hit of the night.
I have driven through Tennessee during Tennessee football season, and those fans are delusional.
Oh, for sure, sir. Rocky Top.
Holy cow, that kid got smacked.
Jalen Bullock. Pow. Wow. Yeah, my fault. I thought you were talking about the Vols. I didn't realize you were talking about the Titans. Gardner Minshew and the Jags with a statement.
God.
And I'm going to tell you what. You know, the Jags go and they sign Foles in the offseason, and they bring him in there, and I'm not sure.
Upended.
Dude, there's some popping going on out there, right?
Upended now.
You got guys coming off the bench here, and they're like, I'm going to go put a hat on somebody. But, you know, the Jags went and got Foles. They dropped a lot of coin into him. Foles, a guy who's had some magical runs during his career.
Yeah.
It's all well and good. I'm not sure that Foles was what they needed. All they needed was somebody that the rest of that roster believed in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they suffered through a few years of Blake Bortles. Oh, man.
Clock ticking down here. 1:49 left in the fourth. Continue
Carlos
on.
Hancock thought he had a touchdown.
About Blake Bortles
I'm
and
not
how
sure.
terrible he is.
I'm not sure that they needed a top-shelf, talent-wise quarterback to come in there. They just needed somebody that wasn't Blake Bortles.
Yeah. I agree.
And, you know, Foles' availability kind of empowered Jacksonville to punt on Blake Bortles. But I'm not sure that Foles had to necessarily be the answer. Gardner Minshew, you know, don't anoint him yet, but good win for the Pirates out there in ECU, even though he finished up at Washington State. You know, the Pirate fans will always say he's a Pirate. But maybe Minshew is the guy. You know, you've got that much defense. You got a great running game. All you need is somebody not to screw it up.
Yeah.
So Minshew may be the guy. And Nick Foles may get Wally pipped for all we know. Of course, you don't know who Wally Pipp is either because you're a little baby. Wally Pipp is the guy who Lou Gehrig replaced at first base due to he didn't feel like playing that day.
Oh.
Lou Gehrig the rook,
Yeah.
gets the call, goes plays first base, and then
it's all history.
Yeah, 2,000 games later, he hadn't missed a game until he has to retire when he's struck down by Lou Gehrig's disease. Marcus Gray with the carry, going to be close to a first down. If he's short, well, he got it, so they're going to move the chains. And Lee County's not going to run another play. They're getting out of here. They know as much as we do this has not been a thing of beauty.
No, not
Your
at all.
final score from Sanford. Lee County Yellow Jackets 47, Wilson Fike Demons 26.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Welcome to the First Bank postgame show.
I think we have put all the bow onto this game that needs to be put, but I want you to give us 60 seconds of your observations tonight, Mr. Cochrane. Amaze us.
Overall, we saw a really good second half. Well, I won't say really good. A much better second half from Lee County Yellow Jackets. Their defense, minus one big play over the top, really held the Fike Demons. Offense really stifled the run there. Offense, still nothing impressive tonight. I mean, a couple botched plays. Two of those touchdowns were on complete mishaps that just happened to go for them. And it was one of those nights for the Yellow Jackets. The ball bounced their way. Overall, I really like Larry Baldwin running the ball. Obviously, he's no A.J. Boulware. I don't think there's anyone else in the state that is an A.J. Boulware. But, if he was going to have to sit tonight, tonight's not a bad night to do it, get plenty of reps. Mr. Lett finishing out the fourth quarter strong, a huge reception. Then the next play gets a huge touchdown reception as well. So it's good to see him bounce back from a bad first three quarters. Overall, definitely some work on that Yellow Jacket defense, though. Secondary cannot give up those big plays going into conference play.
Yes, and kudos to Wilson Fike, who on several occasions could have tapped out.
Absolutely.
I mean, 5 minutes in, we thought this ball game was over, and then fast forward late into the third quarter, again, thought this is done. Wilson Fike never batted an eye. They kept bringing it when a lot of schools would have folded up shop and gone home. That's a credit to these kids, a credit to the head coach and the coaching staff there at Wilson Fike. This team 1-4 at this point, but I wouldn't want to play them.
No.
So they gave Lee County all they could handle for the better part of this game. Breaks went Lee County's way. They're able to pull away at the end, but not the performance Coach Purdue and his staff were looking for. I'll be interested to get into his ear and talk with him next week and see what they're going to evaluate. Can't underestimate or understate the absence of A.J. Boulware tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Baldwin did an admirable job, had some good tough runs, picked up some tough yardage, but that extra gear hitting that corner that takes the 7-yard or the 12-yard gain and turns it into 65, that's one that Boulware is the rare person that possesses that ability. It was missed tonight. Just giving the night out as a precaution, hopefully back next week. We'll see. We'll be back here next week for the ball game. Who do we have?
Anson County.
All right, should be a good ball game, and there'll be the big reunion celebration. The 68 Sanford football team, back when it was just
Sanford
Central, will be on hand. They have a special presentation. I can't let the cat out of the bag, but you don't want to miss it. Be here next week. We'll see you then. Any closing thoughts?
Chris, I do want to know, offensive defensive player of the game, your vote. I know it's not just your vote, but
I'm going to go with Larry Baldwin on offense.
That was my choice.
And I'm going with Jackson Lamb on the defense.
Purely because his one big play over there?
Big play.
Okay.
No. He had the big play where he chased down the touchdown. Don't forget where he separated receiver from ball in the middle of the field. And on a night where the rest of the secondary didn't play particularly well, Jackson Lamb got his nose in there consistently. I'm going to go with Lamb. What are your thoughts?
I actually was going to go with both of those. Our defensive line play was not great tonight. Obviously, Mr. Prince, Mr. Evans made their presence known, felt at times. We didn't see either one of those two young men take over the ball game.
No.
I do think at the linebacker position, Larry Baldwin, I don't want to say he was a step slower. I think playing consistently on both sides of the ball tonight might have taken a half step out of his pace. He didn't play with the ferocity that he usually plays with there on defense.
Baldwin's been a back in the rotation his entire career here at Lee County.
Yep.
He's never had that many carries.
No.
Not in the first half of a ball game. So, yeah, I think I think he was a step slow in parts of the game and less impactful. So, yeah, we'll see. And ultimately, we'll put our words in with the coaching staff and see who they pull out of the hat. But this has been the postgame show brought to you by
First Bank.
First Bank, who will be on hand with us for the Zaxby's Coaches Show Monday at 7. Come on out to the Horner Boulevard location in Sanford of Zaxby's. Have some chicken with us. Talk about some football. Just good times. We are out.
Thanks for watching the Game of the Week on the NFHS Network.